It's going to be a little hard to beat that Ravens and Bills game, though. That's for sure. That is for sure. Welcome back to the show, y'all. Monday Night Football. We got the Vikings and Bears coming up. Can't stop thinking about it. The Vikings and the Bears coming up. Hopefully, we'll have a good show tonight as well. Kickoff's going to be shortly. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. Monday night, Thursday night, and, of course, Sunday all day is football day. So make sure you guys lock it in. Upcoming streams for the week. We have the Canelo Crawford fight. We're going to be streaming that Saturday. Also, we're doing, what is that? Tennessee and Georgia. So, yeah, we're doing those two streams on Saturday. So make sure you guys lock it in for those. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Much love to the Ranch Gang. Shout out to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers as we prepare for kickoff. Let's go. Shout out to Eric in the building. Ryan Devlin in the house. Let's go, Ranch Gang. I see y'all. James Taylor, what up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. All right, so we got about 2 minutes until we get ready for kickoff here. These Vikings and the Bears. So obviously, J.J. McCarthy starts in his first game as a quarterback in the NFL. Caleb Williams with a lot to prove today. You got Swift at running back for these Bears. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm excited for it. I think we'll have a little bit of a dogfight tonight. So let's go. Mortal in the house is Bear Down. I see you. Says the stadium. The stadium was crazy. I was there. Man, listen, I bet. But with all the people leaving, I'm sure they should have ran and came back in, though. They should have stormed the gates again. That'd have been crazy. But it's week one. It's not like it's a playoff game. Ain't nobody leaving during a playoff game. But week one, they had wrote them off. It's kind of crazy. Week one, they had wrote them off, and they was like, all right, I guess I'll get up out of here. I'm gonna head home. Yeah, Tank Bigsby, yo. Tank Bigsby went to the Eagles, so that's interesting. I just don't know how much it truly, truly matters because there's already so much going on over there as far as talent. But hey, we'll see. Says it's going to be a Rome Odunze show tonight. Yeah, man. Let's go. As far as the votes, 63% for the Vikings. Vikings fans showing up. As far as the analyst predictions, you got 27-20 Vikings, 23-20 Bears, and then 28-17 Bears, and then 20-17 Bears as well. So that's 1 out of 4 for the Vikings from the analysts. So there you go. As far as the likes, though, we're currently at 15. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up button as we prepare for kickoff. I appreciate you guys rocking with us tonight. Y'all, I need DeAndre Swift to get a point. I need him to get a point for fantasy. I'm literally down 107-42, 106-66. I need a point. Actually, a little bit less than a point, but you get it. I need a point just to make sure there's no tie because we don't need that. Let's go. Bomber, what up, man? Says good win for the Bills last night. Yeah, it was great. It was definitely great. I was saying it was one of probably the most craziest games that we've done on this channel. It was absolutely wild. And I was frustrated. Breaking down a lot of the problems that the Bills had at defense and, even offense not executing at the level they needed to. To see what happened in that fourth quarter, there's no words for it. There's really no words for it. And I was reading all the comments and everybody on social media. Oh, it's rigged. And I'm like, how do you rig Oliver punching out the ball and creating a fumble? How do you rig that? I mean, it doesn't make sense. But there's always going to be that individual who claims everything's rigged because they got money on the game. It's always rigged when it doesn't go in your favor. It's funny how that works. So, shout out to Kid Korea says Skull. Let's go. Bass player says, hey, Jay made some audio for you. I will send it on Facebook tonight. Let's go, y'all. Check it out. Shoot it over. Much appreciated. Philip in the house. Wrench Gang in the building. Morrow says that was an epic game. Yeah, like I said, Super Bowls, playoffs. I don't think we've ever had a week 1 game that was that crazy. I just don't think we have. Shout out to Yolanda, liking the stream. We're on Facebook. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support as we prepare to get started. Quick odds for this Monday Night Football game. You got a spread of 1.5, just like last night. The over-under is 43.5. And money line is -105 for the Vikings, -115 for the Bears. So what's up with the 1.5 theme? Like, what's going on with that? Vegas, like, yeah, it's gonna be a close game, 1.5. All right. Matchup predictor: 47.7% for the Vikings, 51.9% for your Bears. So there you go. Jay, who you taking on this one? My prediction was Bears by 3. So I was actually right there, right? 1.5. I'm taking them by 3. Yeah, I mean, you got McCarthy coming out prime time on a Monday night, first game at this stage and at this level. I think you're asking for a lot.
I think I need counseling or something. I'm not doing good. Flushed face emoji. Flushed face emoji. Unamused face emoji.
Quick shout out to TVE Trucker coming through with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Counseling. I mean, holler at your boy Jay. I got you. What's going on with you? Don't tell me you feeling like that because of last night now. Don't tell me you feeling like that because of last night. I mean, I get it. It was tough. It was tough. You watch Derrick Henry put up all them rushing yards and then cough the ball up at the end. And then you watch your defense allow Josh Allen to put up historical numbers in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I don't know. But they'll bounce back, though. Shout out to you, TV. Much love, man. I appreciate you. Kid Korea says Vikings by 3 touchdowns. Don't forget we got rid of prime time Kirk. Vikings by 3 touchdowns on a Monday night with a rookie quarterback? Like a blowout? That's crazy. All right. We'll see. Shout out to you, Grace. What up? What's going on with you? Matt in the building. Let's go, Matt. Says I would rather watch the Golden Girls than watch football tonight. Listen, week 1 can't have you that mad. Now listen, it's week 1. You can't be that mad. Now, if it was the playoffs, I get it. It's week 1. Come on now. Immortal says I'd cut Bass outright. Prater looked good. Yeah, get Bass out of there. Go ahead and give Prater some money. He's the guy. He's the man to get the job done. So there you go. Shout out to Manuel. What up, man? Says congrats on Buffalo winning an amazing game. It was crazy. Listen, y'all know as much as I entertain and put on a show, I'm sitting there infuriated. I'm going through the plays. I'm looking at the defense. I'm looking at how many yards Henry was allowed to get on the ground. I'm looking at the Bills not having a spy for Lamar and letting him do whatever he wanted to do, because a lot of people forgot about everything that happened between quarter 1 and quarter 3 because of the fourth quarter. But if you really dig deep into what happened between 1 through 3, it was absolutely ridiculous. And but I did say, hey, They needed a miracle, and they finally got one. So, week 1 is always fun and crazy. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Will Scott, what up, man? Shout out to you, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Good to see you. Matt says, people saying Lions Super Bowl window is closed. Trade Goff, Green Bay, the best NFC North team, etc. Good grief. Here we go again. Listen, you know when you have that week 1 loss, all the hate comes out and it sets whatever narrative they want to set. So, you know that's how it goes. You gotta shrug it off. You gotta shrug it off. You know the Bills get all the hype because they won week 1, and then Lamar Jackson gets all the hate because he lost, right? And it wasn't even his fault, which is so crazy about it. So, yeah. That's how it goes. Shout out to Miles. Says, hey Jay, had your Bills winning last night. That was one heck of a game, man. But I'm still like tired because I didn't go to sleep until like 1:30. I was so wired, and I didn't go to sleep till like 1:30. It was crazy. Shout out to you, Josh Hoggins. What up, man? What's going on with you? Did y'all see that bet? Dude had like 15 grand. 15 no, it was 30,000. It was either 30 or 40,000, whatever. It was really high. Let's just say 50,000. He had a cash out. He had all teams right, and it came down to the Ravens and the Bills. And he had the Ravens for the last one. His cash out was 15,000 when I think the Ravens were up by the 2 touchdowns. I think he waited. He waited until the Bills scored, and then he cashed out with like $2,700, and it was like a $25 bet. He had the cash out option of $15,000 off $25 and didn't cash out until the Bills scored that touchdown before the last one to make it a 2-point game. Listen, if I bet 25 and you give me a cash out over 10,000, I don't care what the Ravens and Bills do. I'm taking that money. It's just crazy. It's so crazy. 15 grand all the way down to 2,700. Crazy. So, Timothy, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, Jay, my dude, ain't on long. Got those Go Titans. Will listen on and off. Very impressed with the Bills last night. Without a doubt. Shout out to you, bro. Joe Staley says, I hope the Bills win this year. Tired of Chiefs winning, and I don't want to see the Eagles win again. Listen, like I told y'all, I don't think the Chiefs going back to the playoffs. I keep saying it. So when it happens, I don't have to say I told you so. Y'all gonna come in here and be like, Jay, you said it. I'm telling you. I don't think they're going. If they do go, they probably out the first round, but I don't think they're going. So there you go. I don't think they're going. Says just need 5 points from Swift. Timothy, I need 1. me and a woman on a fantasy. We need 1 point from Swift. So we just need 1 good run, right? 1 run for like 6-7 yards, and we good. We need 1 point at the very minimum. So yeah, we need Swift to do some good things. Do some good things for sure. Lenny, what up, man? Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. Immortal says, I woke up at 5 a.m. wearing my Bills throwback Marshawn Lynch 23 still on this morning. Listen, that is crazy. You can't find those no more. You took it way back. I might have to go look for one, y'all. I might have to go look for one of those. Shout out to each and every one of you as we prepare for kickoff here. Monday Night Football, Vikings, Bears. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We're currently at 34. Let's try to get to 50 before kickoff. We need 16 more likes, 16 more thumbs up to get to 50 before kickoff. Let's make it happen as we prepare to get started. It says DeAndre Swift and Ben Johnson are reunited. I seen that, and I think it's going to be a good vibe there for both of them for sure. without a doubt. Says, man, come on, two of the best teams in the league, was a great game. Yeah, and but you know how people are. They talk so crazy, and people get all in their feelings and emotions and stuff. And that's unfortunately that's what it's all about, right? That's the camaraderie of the game. Um, I'm still gonna make the video for the kid pushing Hopkins and Lamar and get into that. That was crazy too. Lamar pushed the kid back. Lamar didn't. For now, I don't think he got any trouble, but the kid did get banned indefinitely at all NFL stadiums. So, that kind of stuff shouldn't happen. People shouldn't be throwing water bottles at Derrick Henry either. I get people are rowdy, but there's no need for that. Have a little class. Have a little class. You could talk and say things, but you don't gotta throw stuff at the players and put your hands on them, because then you asking for it, right? Then you asking for it. Now, what happens if one of these players decide to just haul off and punch you in the face? Then what? Then you gonna want to sue, and you want to make it a big thing, and you trying to go viral. So just don't put your hands on them. So, like I said, we'll get into that tomorrow. Philip says, week 1 highlight, Jerry watching the Packers game. Oh, to be in Jerry's head while while he's watching that game. The thoughts on his mind. Without a doubt. Says they're going to go because they have the power of Taylor Swift behind them. I don't think that matters. I'm just saying. I don't think that matters. I got a fantasy question. I'm at 129.16 to 103.13. I have DJ Moore left. She has Justin Jefferson left. Think I'll win? I mean, are you expecting, Jefferson to go completely off with JJ McCarthy? I think that kind of answers your question. Anything can happen though. That's the sad part about it. If he gets 3 or 4 touchdowns, you'll be sitting nervous. So just pay attention to the flow of the game. So Jay, you never gave up on your Bills last night, and that was incredible to watch. It was the best game of the week. To know that there was people at the stadium leaving at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And I sat here and I said, nah, we got to keep the faith. The Bills just need a miracle. And I stood on that. And it happened. And this is why I made the post. I said there's different levels of fans. I said this is why there's Bills fans and there's Bills Mafia. Because at the end of the day, it's the beginning of the fourth quarter and you decide to leave. The team is down 2 touchdowns. I could see if it was 4, right? It's a complete blowout. And it's 5 minutes left in the fourth. Yeah, you probably want to start making your way to the exit because you're trying to get out to your car. You're trying to get out that stadium parking lot. All right, fine. But 2 touchdowns, the beginning of the fourth quarter, some fair weather fans, y'all. Some fair weather fans. We don't do that. We don't do that. Shout out to AWOL. What up, man? It's a huge one last night. Salute to you in the Bills. Who they? Let's go. Let's go. Bengals got that W too, though. I mean, it was close, but hey, they got the W. So says, is Hurts top 5? Ooh. That's an interesting question. I plan on doing my quarterback ranking soon. I know he's in the top 10. I'm just not sure about top 5. And there's reasons for that. We'll get into it as we get ready for kickoff here, y'all. All right, so looks like these Bears will be sending it here to the Vikings. And we have kickoff on a Monday night, ball taken here from the goal line. And keeps going all the way down to about the 25. And that's where these Vikings will start 1st and 10. Says we'll take it. Listen, All it takes is one. The Bengals learned that. The Bills learned. All it takes is 1 point. Win's a win. That's what they say. Orchard Park Miracle. What a way to start the season for sure. I mean, it's only all up from there, right? It's only all up from there. As it's 1st and 10 here for McCarthy as he prepares to take his first snap in his rookie career on a Monday night. As he calls an audible here, McCarthy under center. Little toss play right side, tries to create some space, hits that edge, only 2 yards in the carry as that's going to be Chandler. I apologize. Jones. Update the screen, ESPN. You're killing me here. There we go. Jones for 3 yards. 2nd down. So don't underestimate those Bears on Monday Night Football. Google Dennis Green rant. Yeah. So here we go. 2nd and 7 as we're down to 10 seconds here on the play clock. McCarthy changing the play under center here. Oh, he's taking it back to couch. He's talking to all the players at the line. See, play action rolls out right side, quick throw. This is going to be caught here by the tight end, as this will be a pickup of about 6. 3rd down. 3rd down. Hurts is not in the top 5 if you don't count winning and leadership. Go Birds. Yeah, like I said, if I'm doing my quarterback predictions, he's in the top 10, but top 5 would be a hard fight for, because there's so many other options that you can choose when it just comes to, throwing that ball and picking up yardage. And like I said, we'll get into it. 3rd and 2 here as McCarthy takes a quick snap, looking in trouble, can't get out of it. He will go down and take a sack, as this will be a loss of about a yard and a 3 and out, as the Vikings will punt it away. Hockenson is always tough for Chicago. Listen, Hockenson's a beast, without a doubt. As McCarthy took a sack there, but that wasn't too bad, right? Wasn't too bad. He fought to get back to the line, and the Vikings will punt it away now on this 4th and 3. Stop scratching me, dang! I'm petting you. Kick is off, as this will be taken here at the 16. Hits that 30, still going, dragging players with him as the Bears get all the way down to about the, what is that there, 37, 38. And of course, Caleb Williams and company come out on the field. And here we go. Bears, ladies and gentlemen. This is top 3 is easy. Allen, Jackson, Burrow. What are we basing that on, though? See, this is the problem with making tiers. Like, you got to have rules and that, in categories that you go by, because you got some quarterbacks who aren't mobile. You got to account for those kind of things. As this is going to be a quick throw here, right side by Williams, as that's going to be maybe a 4-yard pickup. 2nd down, as Swift picks up 3 yards. Yeah, so that, like I said, there's so many different things that you have to break down when it comes to figuring out quarterback rankings, and that's the problem. 2nd and 7, as Williams under center, Swift in the backfield. Play action, in trouble as he gets out of it, looking around, quick toss left side. That was a very interesting play, without a doubt, as it was a broken play, and Williams just happens to throw it out to the flat, and then it leads to a 1st down. Wow, what a move. What a move. Immortal, I see what you be saying now. I see what you be saying now. I like what I'm seeing out here tonight. As Swift gets it going, pickup of 8 yards. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the 50 for the Bears, as Williams under center, Swift in the backfield, calls for motion. Little toss, hits that left side, cuts back in, picks up about 4. Get down. Get down. Oh, you tested me, huh? You know I'm streaming. Get down. Y'all got a pet that just know when you're doing something and they want to bother you. That's this one right here. This one right here. All right, 1st and 10, y'all. Distracted me. As we're down to 11 minutes here in the first quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock as Williams changing the play. Calls for motion as the Vikings jump the line a little bit. No flag, though. Quick throw, little check down here, and that's going to be caught for a first down. About 9 yards on the play. Yeah. Caleb Williams can't throw down the middle. Well, he just did. Got that to Monange for a nice first down there for the Bears. So there it is. Says, sorry I went to bed and missed your reaction last night. Hoodie, scarf, red shirt, blanket, yada, 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 and it paid off big. Another quick throw is caught for about 5 yards by DJ Moore as it's now 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 30. Vikings winning tonight? We'll see. We'll see. Shout out to Carl and Tracy. What up? What's going on with your Bills Mafia in the house? Let's go. Mahomes is the only elite quarterback in the NFL right now. All he does is win. That's what counts. Can't say that because they just lost. But here we go. 10 seconds on the play clock. 2nd and 4. As they go back to the run here, that's going to be no gain as the Vikings defense steps up and makes a play. 3rd down. Shout out to you, Carl and Tracy. Bomber says we're cooked. They're funny. Allen and Jackson are guaranteed sure. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to break it down. I'll break it down, get to the quarterback rankings. 1 through 10. That'll be a good one. That'll be a good one for sure. Tomorrow we'll get into the power rankings. And, of course, Wednesday we'll be doing predictions for week 2. So make sure you guys on the lookout for that. 4 seconds on the play clock. As they're not going to get this off here. They're going to have to call a timeout. Because they could not get that off in time. 3rd and 5. What up? What great Bills game last night, without a doubt. It was week 1, but it felt like a playoff game. It was week 1, but it felt like a playoff game for sure. Like all the chips are on the table. You know, all the blood, sweat, and tears came to this moment, but it was a week 1 game. It's crazy. Crazy. Says, I would like to see the Broncos make the playoffs this year. It's quite possible. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Shout out to Larry Hoover for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. I think I'm Big Meech. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you. 3rd and 5. 10 seconds on the play clock. As Williams takes a snap. Pressure looking. Rolls out of it. Right side. And throws a dart. What a throw. As this will be reeled in for a big first down. More on the move. Like I said, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. As both feet are down. That's going to be caught. What are you doing? What's the problem? Dang. Quick throw left side now. This is going to be caught for 3 yards. Y'all, my cat is bothering me. Listen. See this? Look at this. You want to be a star? Look, there you go. See, look at the camera. Say hi. Hi to the people. There you go. There you go. You good? Want to get my attention? 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 as we're down to the 8-minute mark in this first quarter. Bears looking to score here, threatening at the 8-yard line. It's going to be a quick timeout. Quick timeout. Shout out to you, Purple. Rick says, yo, Jay, I'm scared the Bills might have used up all the mojo on game 1. I don't know. I don't know about that. We just getting started. Ain't nobody get injured. We knock on wood. Ain't nobody get injured. I don't think they lost the mojo. So, shout out to the Raven. What up? What's going on with you? This is a sub on my other YouTube, bro. Larry did go to jail for like 35, so I'm probably tripping, praising Larry. Yeah. That's what I just. As soon as I seen the name, I just thought of the song, but I know the whole story. I know the whole story. But here we go. 2nd and 3, as we're now down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Williams under center as they go back to the run here. Left side tries to get away and cannot. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards as this Vikings defense trying to make a stand. Quick shout out to Will Myers for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to you, Nancy. Says, I'm always a Bills Mafia girl and a fan of any team that beats KC. Enjoy the game. Let's go. Shout out to you, Nancy. Good to see you. All right, you good now? Gave you some loving. All right. Bills game was awesome. Yeah, man. That's gonna be a long game that we talk about for sure. So here we go. Williams steps up, in trouble, gets out of it, rolls left side on the run, still going, and will run it in for the tutty as these Bears will strike first. And Caleb Williams with the rushing touchdown. And with the extra point, the Bears will make it 7-0. Starting off strong, y'all. Starting off strong. Like I said, I like what I'm seeing out of these Bears. Let me check my fantasy real quick. All right, y'all, we got it. We got what we needed. As Swift put up 3.2 points, we got the one we needed and some. And we are on our way to a week 1 win in fantasy as well. That's what it is. So extra point is up. It's good. It's 7-0. And the Bears will strike first with 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in this first quarter. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. Says, thanks. Now I'm singing that song in my head. Right? Let's go. All right. So we're at 70 likes, y'all. We need 30 more. 30 more to get to that 100. So if you have not, make sure that you hit that like, hit that thumbs up button. We need 30 more likes to get to 100. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications that way you don't miss a stream. Monday night, Thursday night, and of course, Sunday is your football days. As far as streams, my stream schedule this week, obviously we got Thursday night coming up. Saturday we'll be getting into what just happened here. What are they doing? What's going on there? Okay, there we go. We're good. Saturday we're getting into some SEC action, Tennessee and Georgia. Tennessee and Georgia, so that's gonna be fun. And then we got the Canelo and the Crawford fight, y'all. That's gonna be a good one. There we go. That's gonna be a good one. So I'm excited for all that. Make sure you guys lock it in. Jay, who won the $1 billion Powerball? I'm not sure. I heard it was like multiple people though. I heard it was like about 6 or 7 people that won, or they're splitting or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard. So it says the screen doesn't show the field anymore. I think you need. Yeah, I got you, bro. It like threw me off because they switch stuff from time to time. So we good. We good. Where are all those Caleb doubters now? I mean, I mean, there's some people in the chat that's rooting for the Vikings. I mean, maybe you're talking to them. Purple says the Bears always find a way to lose. Simmer down. Yo. Shout out to you, Nikki. Says thank you for continuing putting in the work and streaming these games. No problem. Y'all know I love what I do. Listen, you're never working if you love what you do, and I love what I do. So there you go. There you go. One person won in Spanish Lake, Missouri, right by where I live, outside of St. Louis. That's crazy. So yeah, I heard the split was like 250 million or something like that. So after the taxes thing, they'll get like 120 a piece or something. I mean, I don't think anybody's complaining about getting 100 million. As kickoff back here to the Vikings, takes it from the goal line, hits that left side, takes a big shot, and then goes down. Bears playing with some intensity tonight. I like it. Like I said, I like what I'm seeing. It's 1st and 10 at the Vikings 24, and that's where they will start. As trying to make some adjustments here because this is bothering me. Y'all know I got OCD. I got it bad. I gotta make sure everything is good. It says Bears doubters are different than Caleb doubters. That's funny. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Vikings now, as a quick toss right side out to the flat, tries to make a move, picks up 4 or maybe 5 yards. 2nd down for the Vikings as Justin Jefferson gets his first touch of the game. Purple says, I told my dogs to bark every time they hear Justin Jefferson's name. I'm sure you're probably going to hear his name a lot tonight. That's the go-to over here. 2nd and 6, as we're down to 6 minutes and 30 seconds in this first quarter. Jones in the backfield as McCarthy under center. The Bears showing a 5-man rush. As they go to the run here, Jones cuts back in and picks up a couple. This will lead to about 3rd and 4 for these Vikings. So simmer down. Jay loves what he's doing. Shout out to you, Matt K, without a doubt. I'm down with the OCD. Yeah, you know me. I mean, listen, it's got to be right. That's all. It's got to be right. 3rd and 4. I try to give you all the best experience I can. So 3rd and 4, 10 seconds on the play clock as McCarthy back in the shotgun. Jefferson motions as McCarthy takes a snap. Pressure, he gets out of it, but gets tripped up. You know what? I'm not mad at him because he definitely was going to get sacked, but he decides to roll out of it, which I probably think I've ever seen that one happen before. It's like he rolled out of there like a ninja, like literally just like ducked down and did a front roll. And obviously it's still a sack, but it was funny to see how it happened. So this will lead to another 3 and out, and they'll kick it away. So kick is off. This will be taken here from the 17. And the Bears will start at the 25, 1st and 10. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen that one before. A little front flip action or front roll. So the Bears will get it back. See, here's my problem. I don't know if McCarthy is just not good with his pocket presence right now, or if this Bears defense is just really good. I mean, this is a real discussion that, we're going to have obviously as the game goes on, because this offensive line is having some real struggles with this defense getting through. So either McCarthy's holding the ball for too long or this Bears defense means business. We'll have to see. Shout out to you, Mark. Says, Yo, Jay, what do you think about the Vikings moving on from Darnold? That's a good question. I'm trying to put it together the right way because I don't want to make anybody mad. But I think the Vikings felt like, hey, we want to roll with McCarthy and we believe in him. And so we'll, send you over to the Seahawks. Right? I think that's the easy way of putting it. They may see McCarthy as a future. So they're willing to take that shot, which is fine, you know. But from what I'm looking at, he still needs work. I know it's early. I know it's still the first quarter, but um, someone earlier said the Vikings were gonna win by 3 touchdowns. We got to see more out of McCarthy if that's gonna happen. So McCarthy hasn't thrown the ball down the field yet. There's also that, right? Short plays, running plays. Um, we haven't seen any kind of medium pass or deep pass yet. Just look at that kind of accuracy. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. So, yeah, there you go. So 1st and 10 for these Bears as they take over, and 4:51 left on the clock here in this first quarter. Bears defense doing some work, and now they have the ball back once again. Caleb Williams is 6 of 6 with 51 yards as he has a play action here. Quick throw right side. That's going to be caught. And no gain. Defense for these Vikings closes out pretty fast as that's Van Ginkel on the move. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Says Bears bring in the heat. Hey, listen. We gave them some props in preseason, and it looks like, things is looking good so far. Looking good so far in game time as we're now down to 4 minutes in this first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Bears as there's 4 wideouts. Vikings showing a 4-man rush. Williams in trouble, steps up, gets out of it on the run, keeps it himself, and will slide after picking up about 12 yards. First down for your Bears. One thing that I noticed about Williams is he looks like he's having fun, right? He doesn't look stressed. He doesn't look like he's, worried, playing for his life out there. He looks focused. He looks poised. He looks like he's actually having fun. And a lot of people don't realize that that's really good for your quarterback. Yes, we know that it's competitive and you want to win and you want to be serious and you're taking things serious because you have a job to do. But you also got to make things fun, as this is going to be a run here, left side, pick of about 5. 2nd down. You got to make things fun. And I think I said this earlier, right? As long as you love what you do, you're never working. And I think that makes things easier when it comes to, the stress and the ability to perform in any scenario. So there you go. Says I picked Bears on a hunch. We'll see. So far, so good. As we're down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds in this first quarter, 8 seconds on the play clock. Williams under center. And that's going to be a jump here. Looks like a false start as the Bears will back it up. Shout out to you, Jacob. What up, man? Says, yo, Jay, thanks for the Bills beating Baltimore last night. Listen, don't thank me. Thank Derrick Henry for that fumble. 2nd and 10 after the false start. 2:30 on the clock in the first quarter as Bears going backwards now, but we'll see what happens on this play. 10 seconds on the play clock. As Williams takes a snap, pressure comes, steps up, looking, in trouble, gets out of it, throws short, bobbled ball, but then reels it in. I like it. I like it as he gets it over to the tight end. It's going to be 3rd down as Loveland picks up 8 yards. 3rd and 2. Says I only picked the Bears because I live in Illinois. Vikings defense is a total 360 from last year. I agree. Rick says, I just realized I don't cuss when I'm listening to Jay, but when I hear the announcers, I cuss them. When I hear the refs, but Jay soothes me. Listen, you come over here, it's just a chill, relaxing, good vibe. As the Vikings make a good play on defense, get a good stop. It's going to be 4th down, and this Bears offense comes off the field to punt it away. It's good vibes, always a chill time, I don't got to get all hype and yell to be excited, We grown over here. We have a good time. We have a good time. So 4th and 6, as these Bears will send it away back to the Vikings. So finally, the Vikings defense stepping up to get their offense the ball back. That kick is off. Boomer, as it's all the way down to it looks like the 8. A little pushing and shoving now. Refs breaking it up. It's like every game. We're like, really? So what's all this talking and stuff for week 1? Every game? Y'all got to push and shove? I don't know. Did they like have it in the memo that they sent out to the teams? Hey, make sure that, you guys are talking back and forth and pushing each other, Spice things up a little bit. Spice things up. Chris Collinsworth is good for Jay's channel. Yo, I can't do Chris Collinsworth and that raspy voice is. I can't do it. It says, I have Henry and Lamar after I got the 50 points I needed from them to win. After that, I went for the Bills. I was down 50 and came back Sunday night. That's crazy. Shout out to you. As far as the likes, guys, we're at 87. 87 likes, 87 thumbs up. We need 13 more. 13 more likes, 13 more thumbs up to get to that 100. So if you have not, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I do appreciate the love and support. Sunday night football, y'all. Sunday night. I'm still locked into yesterday. Monday night football. It's 7-0, Bears up as we're in a quick timeout commercial break. I'm tired, y'all. I ain't even going front. Like I said, I went to sleep at like 2 last night. I had a bunch of work to do. Your boy's tired. I'm dog tired, boss. I was dog tired. 7-0. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Timeout. Says my uncle also got a game winner with Josh Allen. Let's go. Shout out to Joe. Says go Bills. Heck of a win last night. Man, it was crazy. And when the game was over, people were calling me. We were talking. That's why I didn't go to sleep so late. Like people were calling me, going crazy about it. It was wild. It was a great night. It was a great night. Bills Mafia, you're never going to see a better win in Bills history. That one will be hard to top, without a doubt. Listen, but we got to talk about the fair weather fans. People leaving the game at the beginning of the fourth quarter when your team's down by 2 touchdowns. You got the whole fourth quarter to go. People left the stream. I was like, wow. Just couldn't stomach it. I'm sitting here keeping the faith for the whole Mafia. For the whole Bill, for the whole everyone that was a Bills fan. I was keeping the faith last night. I was the only one doing it. This is going to be 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. Left side run. This will be a pickup of about 7 here as Mason gets it going now for these Vikings. 2nd and 4. Listen, I'm pretty sure, besides the real diehard fans, I was the only commentator that was keeping the faith for the Bills. I'm sure everybody else had them wrote off. I'm pretty sure. I might even do some research and go look at all the other streams and see who was counting the Bills out and make a montage of it. 2nd and 4. As they go back to the run here, hard run for Mason. He picks up about 6 yards, and that's going to lead to another Vikings first down. Says my anxiety got bad. Shout out to you, LaMonica. Good to see you. Listen, when I tell y'all I was frustrated, so y'all don't know. When I be streaming these games, especially when I do a prediction and the team I picked ain't winning, or my team playing and they ain't winning, I'm still entertaining. I still got my face on. But I be so frustrated inside. I be so frustrated inside. Y'all, my blood be boiling. Blood pressure be through the roof. And I just keep it going. That's how you got to do it. You can't let them see you sweat. Quick timeout commercial break. as we hit the end of the first quarter. You can't let them see you sweat, y'all. Can't let them see you sweat. Shout out to Spencer, says Jay, you never leave a game with Josh running the offense. What a game. Thank you for what you do. Much appreciated. Without a doubt, man. You got, one of if not the best quarterback in the league right now. And you decide to leave? What sense does that make? But hey, like I said, some people couldn't stomach it. Some people didn't have the nerves for it, right? The expectations were super high. So I look at it from all angles. I kind of get it. Do I respect it? No. But I get it. Because I done sat here through some hard times over these 5 years. I done sat here through some hard games. What y'all know about 13 seconds? Imagine how that made me feel. And I had to sit here and deal with all the comments from the Kansas City fans for 30 minutes after the game was over. So I don't want to hear about people, hey, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I can't take it. Shout out to Jeff King. Since I just sent a bill to Terry and Kim Pagula for a new pair of khakis and boxer briefs. Not going to lie, my friend, I thought it was over. I learned last night we got 17. Let's go. I sent him the invoice for the boxers. Dear Terry and Kim, just to let you know, due to Sunday night's game, I'm sending you an invoice for a pair of polo boxers. I'll need $55. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So here we go. First and 10 for these Vikings as we start the second quarter. Told y'all we have a good time, y'all. We have a good old time. It's always fun. 10 seconds on the play clock as McCarthy back in the shotgun. He has 5 wideouts as he goes high left side over to ever so reliable and a pass interference call as expected. As just doing too much there. That was crazy. I mean, you didn't even make a play on the ball. You just wanted to push him on the ground. So we'll start this off with a pass interference call on a deep ball, and this will help the Vikings get down the field. So there you go. There you go. Didn't even look at the ball, just pushing Jefferson out the way. It's like, let's get out. I don't care about the ball. First and 10. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So it's now first and 10 at the 27. At the 27. Says that now it starts the start of the Bears beating themselves. That's crazy. Immortal, where you at, bro? You all right? Jaguar Jack says your fans were hitting Lamar and Hopkins, and Lamar shoved him back so far, not to mention people throwing water bottles at Henry. What is wrong with Bills Mafia except you? As this is going to be a big run here for McCarthy as he uses his legs, picks up about 11 yards, and gets these Vikings a first down. Now, listen, there's always going to be a few bad apples, right? We don't condone the actions of those individuals, and we ridicule them for it. And that individual got kicked out of all the NFL stadiums indefinitely. So, there's bad apples at every stadium. As they go back to the run here, left side pickup of about 6 now for the Vikings getting the run going. There's bad apples at every stadium. There's some worse than others. You ain't never been to a Raiders game in the 90s and the early 2000s. See, those are the ones I remember. I'm sure some of y'all could talk about the 70s and the 80s. They don't want to talk about those times. You want to talk about bad fans. Get you a time machine and go to a Raiders game in the 80s and the 90s. So here we go, 2nd and 5. As this is going to be a handoff here, left side, and a huge play for the Bears defense as they get a stop. Loss of about 3 there, and 3rd down. Mark Griffin says, I loved Josh's reminder to the fans that left the stadium early that a game is 60 minutes class. And it's a shame that he had to remind the fans that, right? You put your blood, sweat, and tears into the game. You get this team to a AFC championship multiple times, and then you got people leaving on week one because you're down 2 touchdowns and with the whole quarter to go. It's kind of a slap in the face if you ask me. As this is going to be a low throw here by McCarthy, incomplete. That ball hits the ground of Jefferson. That's going to lead to a 4th and 8, and they will kick a field goal here to make it a 4-point game. It says Bills lose to the Pats as always. I'm calling it. Jefferson, you got to make that catch. It went right through his hands. I mean, I get it was a little low, but it went right through your hands. You got to catch that. As this will force him to kick a field goal. So 31-yard attempt. It is up. It is good. The score is now 7-3. Bears up by 4. Jason says Bears win for 10-6 home record in the 106th NFL season, while 106 days from I Can't Breathe on 5/25 date. What? All right. Says, yeah, Bills' first loss will be the Patriots. That's kind of crazy. Robert says, you're right, Jay. The Jets went to Oakland to play a playoff game back in the Pennington days, and Raider fans were throwing batteries at Chad Pennington. Yeah. I mean, I'm not laughing specifically at somebody getting batteries thrown at them, but do you know how ridiculous it is for people to bring batteries to a football game and throw them at a player? That is just insane. Like, what? Absolutely insane. Shout out to you, James. 40-41, go Bills. Yeah, man. Absolutely amazing game, without a doubt. But a quick shout out to you guys. We're at 125 likes. The next goal is going to be 150. If you have not, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications that way you don't miss a stream. We need 25 more thumbs up to get to that 150 mark. Let's make it happen on a Monday night. TBS, what up, yo? Says, I was at a Raider game in 1979. They lost to the Houston Oilers to a touchdown pass to Billy White Shoes Johnson. TBS took it way back, y'all. He says 79. I was back there in 79. Let's go. Dar says, hey, Jay, we got the Josh Allen, and they don't. So why leave? That's what I'm saying. That dude had those batteries coming. That is crazy. We don't condone violence now. We don't do that. Purple says, Jay, were you alive in 79? I was not. I was a few years after that. Few years after that. What up, Melvin? Shout out to you, bro. Good to see you. Let's go. Trent, what up, man? All right, here we go. So Vikings kick a field goal. They put some points on the board. It's 7-3 or 4-point game. And the Bears will get it back with 12 minutes and 48 seconds left in this second quarter. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man. So kick is off. This is taken here from the goal line as he hits that 20, now the 30, and there is a flag down as Duvernay makes it to the 35, but there is a flag down on the field. So we'll see what this is about. So Jay, I watched the Bills game last night. Let's go, man. Shout out to you. Says, are you doing the Green Bay Packers on Thursday night versus Washington? Of course. Yes, we are. So this will be on the defense here. Illegal formation. Wow. So add to the end of that run, the Bears will go to the 39, 1st and 10. Quick shout out to Perry coming through with the $20 super chat. Showing the love. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the $20 donation. Let's go. I appreciate you. 1st and 10 here. 15 seconds on the play clock. We're down to 12 minutes and 41 seconds here in this second quarter as Williams takes over now. Takes a snap, steps up, throws high, right side. That's going to be caught, making a move, still going, breaking tackles, as that's going to be a huge gain. Big pickup. Another first down for these Bears. Like I said, Caleb Williams, he just looks really poised, really focused, and more, right? Creating some space. Nobody's out there. Makes a good play. And gets these Bears to the other side of the field on the Viking side. First down. First down. Says the Philly fans were any better back when they played in the Veterans Stadium. My friend Joe bought his fan decked out in Giants attire. Giants won, but my friend's van was a set ablaze. That's crazy. As this is going to be a gain of about 2 yards on the run, 2nd down. Dang, they set it ablaze? That's wild. Jeff says, was that the 51-3 game against the Raiders for the Bills' first Super Bowl appearance? These 3 fools came in. Listen, when you know you're hearing a Raider story, you know it's about to end up bad. You know it's about to end up bad. But here we go, 2nd and 9. That's why they had to get out of Oakland, as there's going to be a flag here. They had to get out of there, y'all. They had to move on and create a better culture. Jack says, how do you feel on Trevor this year? For me, it's his make or break. If he doesn't perform this year, I don't want him. I'm done giving grace. Yeah, I mean, I agree, right? It's got to be make or break. You got a new coach. You got a new superstar in Travis Hunter. So, I know our Tank is gone now. So you still got, ETN. You got some quality pieces even on defense. Go out there and do it. You just got to stay healthy, as Williams is going to get out of trouble here. He is nice on his feet. Makes a move. It wasn't nothing crazy, but to just spin at that last second to get a few extra yards, that's the stuff that is going to define him being able to win games like this, right? Picking up that extra couple yards by doing a quick spin, that was not expected. I'm glad to see it, because Williams is doing some things that's really proving that he may actually be the man for this system, for years to come. And like I said, I'm really surprised. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It is 3rd down though, so we'll see if they'll capitalize on that. But it was a good play, as the defense, I think, jumps here, or it may be a false start. No, I think it's the defense. No, they'll call it a false start. Wow. I didn't see where the offense jumped. I just seen the defense, but it looks like the offensive line did jump. So that's going to be a false start, 3rd and 11 at the Minnesota 31. So, disgruntled Philly fans are the worst. Y'all are wild. Wow. Look up Artie Lang, Philly fan, for a good laugh. All right, I have to remember it. I'll check it out. So 3rd and 11. As we have motion, they go with the run here. Quick move, and this will be Swift picking up about 7. It'll be 4th and 3, and this will force the Bears to kick a field goal. Or maybe not. Offense still in the field. They're going to go for it. Okay. So this gets a little interesting now, right? We've got the offense still in the field, getting a little aggressive. So let's see what they dial up. 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry up here. They're not even at the line yet. This is going to have to be a quick snap. And timeout called. So there you go. There you go. Timeout commercial break. Score 7-3 as the Bears are 4th and 3 at the Vikings 24, and looks like they'll be kicking a field goal. So what it looked like. Rick says, take the points. Yeah, take the points. Right? Don't be getting all crazy. As much as we'd love to see another game like yesterday, just take the points. Just take it. So here we go, 4th and 3. And they're actually going to go for it. All right. So they're not going to take the points. Quick pressure, throws high, incomplete. Listen. You take the points, you make it a 7-point game. So now Vikings, if they get the ball back, they come down and score. All right, they tied it up. But now if they come down and score, you're down by 3. I mean, what is going on? What's like, where's the analytics going? That's what I want to know, because I'm starting to see this as a trend. And I don't know if this is like the Dan Campbell way. People are borrowing from his playbook. Oh, it's 4th and 3, we're going to go for it. Or it's 4th and 3, we're going to go for like Philly. You don't have the tush push, and you don't have the same kind of percentages that the Lions do on 4th down. So why would you put yourself in a situation when you know how significant it is to set the tone in the season? I don't get it. Benji says, kick the ball. Kick the ball. Timeout. It's kind of crazy. We're at 138 likes, y'all. We're still trying to get to that 150. We need 12 more likes, 12 more thumbs up to get to that number. I do appreciate the love and support. We just need 12 of you to hit that thumbs up button, and we'll hit our next goal of 150. No one wants to kick in any fashion anymore. It's like all the NBA teams launching threes now because Steph and the Warriors did it. Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like, right? It's kind of crazy. Take the points. Shout out to you, Reverend. What up, man? What up, though? What's going on with you tonight? How you doing? Centurion says Dan Campbell is dumb as a box of rocks. What? Oh, not the rocks. That's crazy. I will say he's a little too aggressive. I will say that. He's a little too aggressive, and he's cost his team by being too aggressive, without a doubt. J Money says if he wants to play like the Lions, then he's going to have them go for it like the Lions. Well, we've seen how it turned out. It didn't work. On the flip side, Caleb Williams is 10 of 11. He's having a strong game. As McCarthy now takes over here at the 24, we have motion, as this is going to be a little jet sweep here, left side, maybe no gain, or it looks like they will give him a yard. Second down. Kicker's chilling. He's like, yeah, I'll just chill over here. I'll let them do their thing until they're like, oh, now we need you, instead of just taking the points. Shout out to Mr. Kojak.
No Loch Ness Monster. We want 350.
Coming through with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I appreciate the $2 donation. As that's going to be broken up here, 3rd and 4. So now we're down to 8 minutes here in the second quarter, and it's 3rd and 4. Can this Vikings team move this ball? right? You just got it back. They went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. Can you capitalize on this and take the lead? So 3rd and 4, we have motion. McCarthy takes a snap. Bears bring everybody. Quick throw on a little check down. It's going to be short, as this will lead to 4th and 1. And obviously, I don't think they're going to go for this, so probably punt it away. It says, if you throw Duracells at me and set my van on fire after my coma and aloe vera cream therapy, I'm coming for you. What? That's crazy. Says, but it doesn't always work for the Lions either. But he has to keep trying until they play like it. It's only the first half of the season. It's already a plus better than what it was last season. There's no need for it, though. That's the problem, right? There's no need for it. So when you decide to go for it on a 4th and 3 instead of taking the points, and you don't get it, what does that say in your analytics? What does that say then? Unless you don't believe in your kicker, then I get it. But there really hasn't been too many, kicking problems with the Bears. So just go ahead and take those 3 and make it a 7-point game. But there you go. So quick timeout, commercial break. Timeout, commercial break. So, as far as the votes go, though, 228 votes, 59% for the Vikings, holding it down. Holding it down. Timeout, commercial break. Must be Wimbledon. So we got 6 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second quarter. The over-under was 41.5. Spread was 1.5. The way it's looking, we'll probably see the under. Both teams having their issues. Bears defense playing. McCarthy, obviously, first, NFL game, playing at a different speed. There are some highlights, right? He's mobile. He can run. We haven't really seen the arm yet. He did throw a deep ball, but it was a pass interference called. So we really haven't got much yet, which I don't really expect too much, right? It's the first game. They're going to keep it conservative. So how do you win this game, right? I think you go with some screenplays. I think, you kick that ball out to the flat. You catch Jefferson on some slants, right? You kind of get those plays going for him so McCarthy can build up his confidence and make something happen. But this offensive line, they've got to do a little bit of work too, because that's a problem. That's a problem. As Philip says, come on, man, what's a few batteries and a little fire between rivals, all in good fun? Yeah, it's all fun. What? Oh, this is if I had a suit. All right. So, yeah. They'll punt it away back to the Bears, and we'll see what Caleb Williams and company can do. Michael Tucker, what up, man? Shout out to Eagle 101 says your Lions look terrible, Jay. What happened? Well, they're not my Lions. They're the Lions. Said your Lions. The Lions. Chemistry's off. Just didn't look good. Lethargic. Didn't look ready. Was not ready. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Bears as Williams, play action, steps up, right throw at the wrong time because it was batted down. That's going to be incomplete. Good defense by the Vikings. Shout out to you, Michael. He said, your Vikings. No, all jokes aside, they just weren't ready. Unfortunately. It's just a reality of it. So, shout out to Mr. Kojak coming through with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the $5 donation. Says, I need people to say Quinshon Judkins like we say Leroy Jenkins. Play action for Williams here as he rolls out right side. High throw. Diving catch, no good. As Zacchaeus tries to go up for it. That's going to lead to a flag on the ground as well. And it's also coming back. So that's a holding call on the Bears. So now we're seeing, right, penalty after penalty. And this is becoming a problem for the Bears as these are starting to stack up. And once again, it's a 3rd and long situation. 3rd and long situation. Wiley says that's expected for the Bears to go for it on 4th down this season. The coach is Ben Johnson, who ran Lions offense. He probably the reason the Lions did it so much. I agree with that. Yeah. I mean, that obviously makes sense. I agree. But just because it worked for the Lions doesn't mean you get to run it in the system. Right? What worked for them ain't going to work for the Bears. But hey, here we go. 3rd and 10 as Williams in trouble, steps up, tries to get out of it, and he does. Hits that left side strong, and then he has to run out of bounds. He'll be well short of the 1st down. But I will say this. He was in trouble, gets out of it, finds a way to avoid the sack, and picks up a few yards. And this was just set up another punt. So there you go. Score 7-3. We're down to 6 minutes and some change here in the 2nd quarter. It's turned into a defensive battle now, right? But penalties are the main factor for the Bears. Just when you think they get something going, here comes a false start or here comes a hold and it backs them up, and then they get caught in this kind of a situation where it's a 3rd and long and they can't make anything out of it because of that pressure from the Vikings defense, and they end up punting it away. So there you go. Dave, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. MK in the building says, I need Caleb to step it up. James says, go for it now. Yeah, go for it on that 4th and 6. Do it now. All right. Another timeout commercial break. Score 7-3. We're down to 5 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock in this 2nd quarter as we take a quick break.
System feels right, 'cause I came here to dance, 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 dance the night away, dance, 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 dance the night away.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Purple. I think the biggest thing is, his team making mistakes and, getting these flags are what's really costing him and stalling out the drives. And coach is obviously going to have to figure that out. Make some adjustments at halftime, depending on what happens now, right? Because the Vikings had the ball at the 24, 1st and 10. Obviously, you're banking on your defense being able to stop a rookie from getting anything going. But from the coach perspective, as far as with the Vikings, is like, hey, you got to get something going here, right? You've got 3 on the board. You had really one successful drive that led to that field goal, but nothing's really happened since. So, you got to figure out some plays where McCarthy can get going. He can use his legs, right? Do some screens, get something going to get down the field. I don't think you're going to be able to get, a deep ball to Jefferson just because he's guarded so well. So you got to figure it out. You got to mix it up. Says Jets Dolphins game back in the day was the greatest comeback on Monday Night Football. Jets were down 24 points at the half and came back to win. Jumbo Elliott caught the winning touchdown pass. Classics. Let's go. So they go to the handoff here, left side run, and that's a first down, but there's a flag. More flags, as this is going to be Price picking up 9 yards. And they're going to call Skule. Is that Justin Skule for holding? The refs are flag happy tonight, y'all. They throwing a flag every chance they get. But it does look like that was a pretty good hold. You can't grab the jersey, sir. You can't grab the jersey. So it's going to turn into a 1st and 20, and the rookie is going to have to dig this team out of a hole as Jefferson motions. And the Bears show a 4-man rush. They go back to the play action, broken up, incomplete. If he throws that ball a little higher, he probably gets a touchdown. Because I don't think it was anybody else back there on that slant. Incomplete. Shout out to you, okay? Let's go. Showing the love. 2nd and 20. 10 seconds on the play clock as McCarthy drops back, has time, in trouble, and gets hit from behind. This will lead to another incomplete. 3rd and 20. Like I said, this offensive line, it's been brutal. It's been brutal. He does not have enough time to make a play before there's either a hand in his face or a jersey or someone touching his jersey. That time, right, they put a hand on his throwing arm and forced that ball out. And I don't know if that's a fumble or not. They're probably not going to call it that, but he definitely did hit that ball out of his hand, it looked like. 3 seconds on the play clock. It's 3rd and 20, and they just reset it. I don't know what's going on here. There was 3 seconds on the play clock, and then it just gets reset. So I don't know if they're calling a flag. No. It's a delayed game on the Vikings. I'm not sure what's going on because the clock was at 3, like when they got to the line, and then it just reset to 25. But now it's 3rd and 25 after the delayed game. Yeah, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. So here we go, 3rd and 25. We're down to 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Now 4 seconds on the play clock as McCarthy takes a snap, quick throw left side on a screen, and they'll pick up about 6 yards. And it leads to obviously a 4th and long and a punt away. So there you go. Quick shout out to Jeffy Z as well as James Atkinson for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Jeffy Z says Chiefs going to go 0-2 after playing the Eagles. Also, Chargers finally got decent wide receivers. And yes, I'm a Chargers fan, and I do believe they're making the playoffs again this year. Jeffy Z, you ain't too far off, man. Because listen, I think the Chiefs are not going to be in the playoffs. I think they're going to have a tough time. I think they're going to have that one game where it matters for them to win to get in the playoffs, and they lose it. And I think the Chargers they're looking real strong. They could take that place. So shout out to you, man. Let's go. Ray says Vikes O-line is going to be eaten up this season. Going to be a tough ride for the Vikes quarterback. And so now the question comes into play. Why would you get rid of your veteran quarterback and then put in the rookie with the terrible O-line? Because with the amount of time he has to throw, you need a veteran back there. As the Bears get the ball back, hand off to the left side, pickup of about 4. It's going to be 2nd down. It says Chargers looked excellent, actually. I was surprised. I wasn't too surprised, and I'll tell you why. I think people forget about how talented Justin Herbert is. He obviously had been dealing with an injury for a couple years, so people kind of forgot about that. Then Keenan Allen left and then came back, and Keenan Allen was basically, his go-to. So there was a bit of a chemistry imbalance there. Palmer leaves, things get mixed up, and then obviously the play scheme changes, new head coach, and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that goes into that team and that environment that worked out well for Herbert, and I think you're seeing the remnants of that, without a doubt. Shout out to you, Timothy. Let's go. So I think the Packers take the North Division NFC, Bears second place. Someone said the Packers were scary today. Now, I don't know if they're scary, but they're really good. They're really good. So 2nd and 11, quick throw down to the middle. This is going to be caught for a big pickup, about 14 yards, as Zacchaeus reels it in straight down the middle. First down. Much love, Timothy. Appreciate you, bro. By the time, I do not know what you're talking about, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. So I'm just saying the Broncos are a good team, but they should have not made the playoffs last year. Well, as this is going to be tossed here to the left side, pickup of 2 yards. I mean, so you have a good rookie quarterback come in, and there's not really much tape on him. He plays well. Different various things happen. Miraculously get into the playoffs, right? You see that from time to time. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't be there. It means that, they worked hard enough to get there even as a rookie. Now, get to the Super Bowl and then you'll have everybody's attention. That's the difference, right? Yeah, you'll get to the wild card and, maybe move on or get to a divisional and, in there. But to be, exceptional as a rookie in the playoffs, right? You're playing at such a high caliber with all the other elites who are supposed to be there. To really make a statement, you got to get to the Super Bowl. So there you go. Quick shout out to Bob Lawbaum for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Says it can't be Darnold that made the Vikings good. Yo, that's actually kind of crazy. I mean, we know what Kirk Cousins did and what he could do, and time basically ran out for him with the Vikings. But then Sam Darnold came in and it was like a breath of fresh air. And this is why I've been saying this for the last week. Certain quarterbacks perform better in certain schemes and certain offenses. You could have a quarterback play absolutely terrible for the Bears and then go to the Jets and play decent. It's just all who's willing to work with them and how they're willing to be coached and all that kind of stuff. So you just don't know, right? You look at someone like Sam Darnold, you're like, oh, he's absolutely terrible. And then he ends up with the Vikings, and now he's putting up, ridiculous numbers, and he ends up in the playoffs. Granted, they lost, but to still have that spark and, be able to put himself in a situation to where now a team gives him a contract that's crazy that nobody expected him to get, that just shows how the league works sometimes. It just shows how the league works sometimes. Broncos ain't got the type of offense to even think about winning a Super Bowl. The defense is the reason they have a chance to win games. Well, Bo Nix still needs time, right? You're talking about, still basically a rookie quarterback who still needs time. You still got to develop. Sean Payton is still working on getting that team in order. These things aren't going to happen overnight. Why is it that people automatically think just because you have a decent rookie that you're automatically supposed to get to the Super Bowl? That's not how it works. These guys have to develop. They have to work through things. They have to get game time. They have to get experience. This is why I've always advocated for rookies to sit under a veteran so they can truly spend a couple years learning before they even get on the field. But the theme now is, hey, we think we got a star rookie, throw him out to the Wolves. Cam Ward, anybody? But hey, that's a whole nother story for another day. Here we go. 3rd and 5 for these Bears. As we have motion, Williams takes a snap, looking, throws right side high. That's going to be caught for about 6 yards. First down. First down. Our defense had him unsettled yesterday. But see, that's if the expectation is so high, and even if the defense doesn't do their job, who does it always fall back on? It falls back on the quarterback. Case in point, Lamar Jackson last night. The loss had nothing to do with Lamar. The loss had everything to do with Baltimore Ravens defense and Derrick Henry. But because the Ravens lost, it automatically falls back on Lamar. So in the case of the Titans, right, the defense having their issues, and then obviously everything else with, the wide receivers and, him throwing some catchable and maybe uncatchable balls, that's speculatory. But that sets up everyone to blame Cam Ward, no matter what. And it sucks because you're basically asking your rookie quarterback who comes in and supposedly, did y'all see the diamonds that Jefferson has? Those was not regular diamonds. The diamonds looked like rainbows. That's how big them diamonds was. I don't know if there's a step above VVS, but them joints was crazy. Y'all seen Jalen Hurts chain. The diamonds that Justin Jefferson's wearing tonight is real different, y'all. It's real different. That's crazy. 3rd and 5, as we're down to 42 seconds here on the clock. Bears are at the 28. 28. As Williams throws right side. That's going to be caught, but there's a big hit. And they're going to be just short of the first down. It'll be 4th and about 3. So you're going to kick the field goal now, right? Right? George Tucker, what up, man? What's going on with you? Kojak says, crazy to have that on the field. Listen. Them joints was like this. Like each one was like that. And he had like 3 chains. If those is what I think they are, those is like, he got like close to like 200, 300K on his neck right now on the field. That's wild. So they're going to kick it. Oh, look at that. If you would have kicked it before, you would have been up 10-3. And then with this, it'd be a 10-point game if you make it. But, what do I know? What do I know? So 42-yard attempt with 28 seconds left in this second quarter. And here we go. Kick is up. It was right on the edge, y'all. Right on the edge. It goes in. It's 10-3. That was crazy. That was as close as it gets. That thing hooked right back into the right, and it almost hit that goalpost. So there it is. Bears up 10-3 as we're down to 24 seconds in the second quarter. So he's the Mr. T of Diamonds. It's crazy. Y'all got to go back and check it out. What in the world is that? Oh, okay, cool. Sitting here like, wait a minute. All right, we good. Could have been 2 possessions. That's what I'm saying. But with that said, it's 24 seconds. They're up by 7. If I'm not mistaken, the Bears do get the ball back. after the halftime. So yeah. So I expect the Vikings to just down this and take it to halftime. Listen, I think the reality of this, I think, getting McCarthy out there, getting him some time, some good reps, helping him develop into, what he needs to be. That's just where they are. That's where they are. Maybe there could be some changes here as far as the play scheme, after halftime, but I just don't really expect much, which is fine, right? He's a rookie. It's his first game on a Monday night prime time. I don't understand who scheduled this though. This game should have been played on a Sunday. They should have reserved Monday night for a different team, for different teams. As McCarthy takes a snap here, looking, throws high left side. That's going to be caught. Okay. I like it. I like it. 11 seconds on the clock. They get down to the 40? And down to the 40? All right. Well, it looks like they're trying to do something here. Looks like they're trying to do something. Now, he did go down, so that should cost him the timeout. So they're going to have to call a timeout to keep it 11 seconds. 1st and 10. Ball is at the Chicago 36. Interesting. Just that fast, how things flip. Just that fast. Shout out to you, Jason. I appreciate you, bro. Showing the love over on Facebook. So, Jay, I think it's going to be almost impossible to knock the Bills off their high horse, but them division games. Now, listen. I know that you came close to beating the Steelers, but I need you to go back to the drawing board about them Jets. I gave Justin Fields a little bit of love because I like that play to Wilson. That was a huge play. But Aaron Rodgers ain't putting up 40 like that. And maybe more on them Jets. All right, here we go. So Vikings are going to kick a 59-yarder, and that goes right down the middle. So it's still a little interesting, right? McCarthy makes a big play. They find a way to get down the field. And once again, we're at a 4-point game. It's 10-6. Wow. All right. NFL should have had this game at a 12 o'clock slot yesterday, primetime game, first half, 3-10. You think KLC is a keeper? I'm not sure. Uno momento. What is going on? Okay, cool. So Jets versus Steelers game should be played today. That would have made sense, right? Monday night, you got Fields, you got Rodgers. I think that would have made sense. That would have made more sense. So, but I get it. You put the kid out there in a Monday Night Football, he gets some shine. He gets, he gets some eyes on him on a Monday night. Caleb Williams comes out, does his thing. It's cool for Monday night, especially after what happened last night. I mean, it's just you're not gonna have another one of those. As it's gonna be a big run back, but there's no time left on the clock. And we'll take it on the halftime. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Score is 10-6. After the 44-yard return, we'll take it on the halftime. And I'm going to take a quick break. I will see you all back for the second half. grab some snacks. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. We're at 175. Let's try to get to 200 before the third quarter. Make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support. We just need 25 of you to hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications so way you don't miss a stream. It's halftime. I'll be back momentarily.
The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah. The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away.
All right, y'all. As we are getting back to it, halftime is almost over. Bears will receive the ball. Shout out to y'all for rocking with us on a Monday night football. All right, scores 10-6. Bears get the ball back. And we're currently at 193 likes. We need 7 more to get to that 200. So if you have not, make sure that you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support as we keep it going. Almost game time as we wrap up halftime. Getting ready to go. Shout out to Jay Money. This is my buddy. Asked me if he should pick up Daniel Jones because he drafted Caleb. He said he will be waiver 1. I said, dang it, I wanted him. Then I told him I would definitely drop Caleb for him. Hope he does. He got them 2 touchdowns, and now everybody's starting to look at Daniel Jones a little different. Starting to look at him a little different. It says, thoughts on JJ? I don't really have thoughts on him yet. I really don't. I'll say that he looks mobile, right? I like that. I can tell that he's got an arm, right? He will have accuracy. He needs to build on that. He's got to work on his awareness a little bit. There's some stuff that he's definitely got to hone on, but I see the vision, right? I see the vision. Quick shout out to Frederica coming through with the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Says, what's good, Wrench Gang? It's me, Frederica. Need help with fixing my name. Man, yeah, you're going to have to go into your settings, your YouTube settings. This is going to be thrown in complete second down. You got to go into your YouTube settings and then you'll be able to change your name. It's, I think account settings, and then you should be able to change them. So, CMC looked good last night. I think I spoke about it way before that game happened because we had Kittle on the fantasy. You always have to worry about somebody getting injured. Kittle comes in, gets a touchdown. He's gone for a few weeks now with a hamstring. Purdy, he's having issues. Something is really wrong with the 49ers. As this is just going to be thrown away here, incomplete by Williams. It's now 3rd and 10. Now, here's a real problem, right? This Vikings defense is doing just enough to disrupt Williams. And you have a game where, even though you have a rookie quarterback, this is where you want it to be. You want it to be a 4, 5, 6 point game where your rookie has a shot at pulling off something in a week 1. And if the Bears don't start moving this ball, we could be having a whole different conversation. But here we go. 3rd and 10, pressure, quick throw, and that is going to be incomplete. So, yeah, 4th and 10. Just that fast. It's Tyreek Hill. Yeah, so that's interesting. They'll punt it away after the 3 and out. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? This Vikings defense has been making it very tough. As the punt is off. This is taken here from the 31, cuts up, goes to that left, still going, gets to the other side of the Bears 48. The Bears 48. So what? I mean, you're hoping at worst, right? You have the bend but don't break defense. You know, he gets to about the 30, makes it a 1-point game. Or will the rookie score his first touchdown and take the lead? It's getting a little shaky, y'all. It's getting a little shaky. Shout out to Captain. What up, man? What's going on with you? Here we go. 1st and 10. As McCarthy under center, play action, steps up, has time, throws a wobbler as he gets hit There's also a flag. This could be roughing the passer. Here we go. Here we go. It's about to get, oh, it's about to get nasty, y'all. Oh, wow. Roughing the passer. And that is going to move the Vikings all the way to the 34, 1st and 10. This is not good. This is really not good. Because now the tables are starting to turn, right? It was all Bears, good action first half. Now you come into this third quarter, Vikings defense get a stop, and now they're in a position to score. Make this interesting. Quick run down the middle, no gain. It's now 2nd and 10. As Purple says, the Bears find a way to lose. Typical. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. So here we go, 2nd and 10 as we're down to 14 minutes in this third quarter. Still a lot of football left. As McCarthy takes a snap, little toss right side, cuts back in, goes the other way, and will pick up maybe 2 yards. It's now 3rd and about 7. This is why Caleb will never be good. It's the rest of his team that hurts him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to you, Frederica. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Says, trust me, I lived in Illinois the majority of my life, and I know this firsthand. Wow. So here we go, 3rd and 8. Can the rookie get a first down and extend this drive, or will they be forced to kick a long field goal? 3 seconds on the play clock. Takes a snap. Bears bring everybody. High throw. Left side is picked off. It is picked off, and that is a pick 6, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like he's not ready. It looks like he's not ready yet. He tried to hurry up that play. He didn't take his time, didn't read the defense, didn't go through his progressions. As soon as he snapped that ball, he got rid of it, and that ball was picked off by Nashawn Wright for a 74-yard pick 6. Wow. So put in the extra point, scores are going to be 17-6. Bears up. Michael says, I have Hockenson in my fantasy. I need him to get 18 points. It's PPR. What do you think my odds are? Well, McCarthy throwing pick 6s. I think they're going to probably try to go back conservative. We'll see. We'll see if they let him work it off. Wow. 74-yard pick 6. 17-6. That's your score. So, quick little timeout commercial break. Shout out to you, Rick. Man. As far as the likes, we're currently at 207, y'all. Next goal is going to be 250. So if you have not, make sure that you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We just need 43 of you to hit that thumbs up button so we can get to that 250 like goal. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream. Monday night, Thursday night, and of course Sunday, football day. So make sure you guys lock it in. Score is 17-6. We got 12 minutes and 51 seconds left in this third quarter after the pick 6 by the Bears. The Vikings will be taking it over next after the commercial break. Shout out to you, Dante. What up, man? So just getting home from teaching my goddaughter how a man is supposed to act on a date, and now ready to hear you call the action. Man, that's so important. You gotta spend on your daughter so that, she knows that, money ain't nothing. Money ain't a big thing, right? Show them the ways, because It's a lot of bums out here. It says, hey, I'm not going to point out any analysts or fantasy experts, but Justin Jefferson is quarterback proof. It says, what are the Vikings doing? Josh Hawkins, they doing bad. They're doing bad. It's a rookie quarterback, right? What did you expect tonight? Right? It's a debut of J.J. McCarthy. Yes, we were going to see him make some plays, but overall, I do think the defense is overwhelming him with this blitz, and he's going to have to take time to adjust, right? That he's got to work on his release. He can't take too much time in the pocket, and if you do, you got to figure out how to get out of there. So those have been his issues for the most part. So, Purple said there'll be no bad mouthing Justin Jefferson. There will be no bad mouthing Justin Jefferson. Quick shout out to Connor Gillen for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. So yeah, I mean, he rushed the play, try to get rid of it as fast as he can. It got picked off. And so, if you don't take the time to go through your progressions and make sure you're throwing a good ball, it's going to get picked off. That's just the reality of it, right? These, DBs are too fast. You got to take your time out there, and it's a learning experience. It's just the reality of it. Rick says JJ looking like Zach Wilson. That is crazy. Yo, where is Zach Wilson right now? I haven't heard that name in a minute. As the Vikings will return this all the way to the 29. It's going to be 1st and 10. Quick shout out to Sultry Fusion for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. That sounds like some food. Sultry Fusion. Okay. James says 3 may bite bears. I mean, we still got some football left, but if the Vikings don't get it together soon, this could get out of hand. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Vikings now. After the pick six, McCarthy under center. Little toss to the left side. Cuts back in. Still going. And he'll get about 4 in the carry. It's going to be 2nd down. Mason on the run. Tony says, Wilson going to be starting for the Dolphins week 3. Listen, now I don't want to hate on the Dolphins. That's not what I want to do. But I remember Tua being so hyped up, and I never got the hype. I never caught the hype. I just sat back and I let it play out between the injuries and, if he don't have Tyreek Hill, he's just terrible. I mean, I think he's going to cost Mike McDaniel his job. It's just sad. It's sad. I do think that Tua should have retired, after that 3rd concussion. He decided to stick around. It just looks bad. But on the flip side, McCarthy here gets sacked. He goes down. That's a loss of 6. And it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and long. Why not feed Aaron Jones? Lean on the rushing game. I guess coaching feels like, he may not be getting enough yardage off his carries, as there's going to be a stoppage in play here. It looks like maybe a false start. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it is getting worse. Another delay of game, as it's now 3rd and 18. So, and he's asking for the ball, which he's clapping for the ball, and he can't get the snap off. This is bad. This is really bad. The communication is going to have to be worked on, because this is not good, right? We get he's a rookie, so you got to work on the communication, and O'Connell's going to have to really, as it goes back to the run here, and that's a loss of 3, 4th down. Yeah, Kind of reminds me of the movie The Replacements. Who remembers that? Oh, not The Replacements. That is crazy. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Says, and down he goes again. Bears left 3 points in the field in a low score game. Punt is off. Bears will get it back, take it from the 30 here, goes out of bounds at the 38. And that's where they will start 1st and 10 with 10 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter. It's all smiles on the Bears bench. Defense is looking happy and excited, and that's not what you want to see on the opposing team for sure. For sure. Tony says, I'm a Michigan fan. I've seen enough of McCarthy. They do call a flag on the Bears for holding, but I don't really think it matters right now. Jay, who plays Thursday? Thursday, we got the Packers and the Commanders. That's going to be a good one. Saturday, got some SEC action, right? You got the Bulldogs versus the Volunteers. Also, Crawford versus Canelo. We'll be streaming that Saturday, so make sure you guys lock it in. That's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm excited for that one. We'll definitely do some numbers on that. Everyone's waiting to see what's going to happen for sure. For sure. They wish they kept Darnold. I think at this point, Prairie, you're probably right. Someone right now is like, man, we should have kept Darnold. And, keep Darnold and just let McCarthy develop. Like I said, they keep getting these rookies and just throwing them out to the wolves, and this is what happens. They need to learn under a veteran for more than just a couple years. And if they're injured, it needs to be maybe 3 or 4. They have to sit back and learn. They have to develop. This is what happens. Darnold went to the Seahawks. He went to the Seahawks. Do you like the way they use Debo? You think he will be good for fantasy? So that's tricky, right? Obviously, he had the touchdown, right? He had some good yards on kickoff returns. So I do like him because I do feel like, he's a Swiss Army knife. You can put him in different rotations as far as with his skill. So yeah, he'll pick up some points for you. And I think with his performance last week, you're probably definitely going to see him on Thursday. So yeah, I'd be fine with putting Debo in the mix on fantasy for sure. For sure. Says, if someone threw me to the wolves, I train them. Dogs came from somewhere. Sure. I agree. But those dogs still had to develop. They still had to train and learn, even if they was out in the wild. Which Monday night game next week we be calling, young man, sir? I gotta look at the schedule. I will let you guys vote on it, but I gotta look at the schedule. So that's one that you guys will be able to vote in the community chat. So here we go. A little toss to the right side. This will be no gain, maybe a loss on the run here, 2nd and 10. It says, sorry, I know this isn't a fantasy channel. No, it's all good. We talk all things football. So, I'm not super heavy fantasy, right? I know there's people who break down fantasy to the T, every position and the points and the projections and all that. We do fantasy, but, I'm not breaking it down at that level. I don't have the time that those guys do to do that. But I know enough. As this is going to be a quick throw here. Another first down for the Bears. We're down to 9 minutes as Moore gets it going. 22 yards on the catch, right? He's had himself a game tonight. Couple nice big catches, 22 yards there. So 1st and 10 now at the 42 for the Bears. I think they are back-to-back games. Yeah, back-to-back next Monday night. I think it's 7 and 10. I think that's what it is, 7 and 10. As this is going to be thrown out here to the flat, and that's a broken up play as Burden loses 3 yards, 2nd and 13 now. Kay Allen or Hollywood next week? Hollywood? That's what I'm thinking. That'd probably be your expectations. Shout out to you, Josh Hawkins. Appreciate you, bro. Purple said 86. That's crazy. Williams throws left side. That's going to be batted down incomplete. It's now 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13. Shout out to you, Frederigas, has had my youngest at 85. Wow. Okay. George says 85, 83. Okay. OG's in the building. Hollywood, no Worthy. Let's go. Yeah, without a doubt. Worthy's out. Or if he does come back, he's got that brace. I don't think they're going to play him. So you got to roll with Hollywood. But you're going to run into some trouble. As it's 3rd and 13 here. High throw left side. This is going to be caught, as this will be a pickup of about 4. And going to be well short of a first down, as it's 4th, and they will punt it away. So yeah, as far as, you're looking at Philly and Kansas City, that's going to be an interesting one for sure. I just don't know if Mahomes is focused right now, right? He didn't look focused. He didn't look ready. They didn't start playing until the end, where it really mattered, crunch time, and it was just too late. So, I'm just not sure. Not sure. So, but yeah, I think they're gonna have some issues. They're gonna have some issues moving forward for sure. Quick little timeout, commercial break. Oh, they got the pick 3. They had the pick 3 from like Applebee's. They had the sliders, the little boneless wings, potato skins. Let's go. I'm actually hungry. I gotta get a snack. These late games be like doing me dirty. So the Chiefs are hurting for a wide receiver if they are talking Worthy playing with the brace on his shoulder and he's day to day. That's what I'm saying. That's the worst case scenario. You have to bring in your young wide receiver who just got injured and put a brace on him and send him right back out there. Like, all right, here's these shots. Get out there and get to work. We need you. It's crazy. So quick little timeout, commercial break. We're at 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Rick says Uber Eats. It's too late for that. Yeah, it's too late. I'll go in the fridge and find something. Get some fruit. Shout out to you, Tony. Says time for Vikings comeback. As a Lions fan, for the Ben Johnson chatter is getting ridiculous. Listen, Vegas said 1.5. So I'm expecting some weird stuff to happen. Could be completely wrong, but because Vegas, they're normally not off. Right? So we'll see. Or they could be completely wrong. And it could be a 2-touchdown win. Who knows? But they're normally right about there. So if it's 1.5, I'm expecting it to be like a 3-point game or maybe a 1-touchdown game. So there you go. Rick says you was up till 2 in the morning. It ain't late, Jay. That's why it is late, because I was up till 2 last night. Well, this morning rather. That's why it's late right now, because I was up till 2. Still feeling the remnants of the Bills' victory. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Vikings. McCarthy back under center. Play action, rolls out right side, quick throw. It's low, incomplete. As he tried to get over to Hawkinson. Are they saying they caught this and he fumbled it? No. No, it's got to be incomplete. Sewell gets up with the ball, but I think he caught it and he was down. So he does catch it, and he's down. That's it. Yeah, 2nd and 8. There's a lot of theatrics going on right now. A lot of theatrics. So, here we go. 2nd down. As there's a discussion here right now by O'Connell, and I don't know why. I mean, what's the discussion for? He caught the ball. He was then touched. That means he's down. That's it. You can't punch the ball when their knee's down. The play's over. Unless he wasn't touched and that ball was punched out. Oh. That changes things. No way. If they didn't touch Hawkinson and punch this ball out, this definitely changes things. I mean, if they didn't touch him and they punched this ball out, it's about to get nasty, y'all. I'm hoping that's not the case because I want to see a close game. But if they punch this ball out without touching this man with his knee down and get this fumble, this is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Timeout, commercial break. Shout out to you, Ken. Yeah, last night was crazy, man. It was crazy. The Trey says, I'm still trying to recover from the comeback last night. King Henry took full accountability, but I can't stay mad at him. Listen, he took full accountability. He said, listen, it's on me, right? I coughed up that ball. I got to take it on the chin like a man, right? You respect that. The real question is, why is everybody using that as a chance to come at Lamar? That's the real question, right? Lamar did what he was supposed to do. You had the defense out there that gave up historical amount of yards in the 4th quarter. Obviously, Derrick Henry gave up the fumble. Those were the situations that caused or helped the Bills to win. So why is Lamar getting any flack for the loss? It's funny how that works. Funny how that works. Nathaniel says, who's Minnesota playing? The 85 Bears? It's not the 85 Bears. Ooh. Shout out to you guys. We're at 234 likes. Our next goal is going to be 250. We just need 16 of you to hit that like, hit that thumbs up button so we can get to our next goal of 250 likes. We need 16 of you to hit that thumbs up button. I do appreciate the love and support as we keep it going. So it looks like Hawkinson was not touched. Well, that ball, well, maybe he was. It looks like he was grabbed from the left and then it was punched out. So it's still going to be Vikings ball, 2nd and 8, as we're now down to 6 minutes and 30 seconds here. Quick throw, left side. This is going to be caught on a screen. Little stiff arm action, picks up about 8 yards, maybe 7, as it's going to be 3rd and about 2. 3rd and 2. Shout out to Amani. What up? Says, hey, could you give a shout out to my little brother? He's in the hospital. Yo, y'all are crazy. You almost got me. You almost got me. Almost. Here we go. Quick shout out to Duck Gaming for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you. Here we go. 3rd and 2, 4 seconds on the play clock as the Bears bring pressure. Quick throw right side. It's caught in traffic. And did he drop it? No, he did. He couldn't hold on to it. It's going to be 4th and 2. And yeah, he had it, hit from behind, jarred it out. It looks like a rip. And that's going to be incomplete. Thielen, that's really surprising. I'm surprised. Thielen normally can hold on to that ball. And it was ripped out at the last second. So what defense from these Bears as they force another punt? Kick is off. As this will be sent down to Duvernay. He takes a fair catch at about the 24, 1st and 10 for your Bears. There it is. Quick shout out to Billy Ray, 5417 for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Billy Ray Valentine. Let's go. Trading Places is one of my favorite movies, y'all. I got to watch that joint again. Billy Ray Valentine. Also, quick shout out to Haley Lee, the Great Henderson, for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Little handoff action here. Right side as Swift carries a pile. Got everybody on his back. He picks up about 9 yards on the carry. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. It's always Lamar's fault, according to the haters. That's how it goes. You gotta blame the leader. You gotta blame the leader. This is literally the opposite of last night's game. I mean, you would need to see like a huge comeback for that, right? And we're not seeing that yet. But it's 2nd and 1. Can the Vikings make a stand and get the ball back? As Williams under pressure, quick throw left side. This is going to be caught out in the flat and a short. Just short of the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and maybe inches here. Let's see where they spot the ball. All right, so they're going to give them the 1st down. I thought he was a little short. As we're now down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds here in this 3rd quarter. So Bears get the 1st and 10 at the 35. As the Vikings show a blitz, Williams under center, 7 seconds on the play clock. As we have motion, little toss left side, breaking through, and we'll pick up about 4 on the carry, 2nd down. It says real barn burner. We're not, what we got going on right now, yeah, without a doubt. Listen, it's been cool so far, watching McCarthy and, seeing what he's been able to do and not do. And, like I said, I see some glimpses of what this team sees in him. But they're going to have to, work on a lot of things, right? The offensive line, as Williams in trouble, gets out of it and keeps going using those legs and picks up a big gain on the ground and another Bears 1st down. Like I said, he's out there having fun, y'all. He's out there having fun right now. And as McCarthy stands on, that's going to be another Bears 1st down. Shout out to Stevens. Says, curious, can we get a checkup for plays which leads to points taken off board by the Ravens? Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. As Nathaniel says, we definitely see what he cannot. We're definitely seeing what he cannot. What he cannot. So it's 1st and 10. We're down to 3 minutes and 29 seconds in this 3rd quarter. As we have a quick little timeout here. You guys are hilarious. Shout out to you all for getting us to that 252 likes as well. Next goal is going to be 300. As it looks like Cashman may have hurt his leg, it looks like. Maybe the hip. Maybe made a wrong step, it looks like. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They'll have to check him out and see what's going on as he goes into the tent. Clock rolling at 3 minutes and 30 seconds in this third quarter. So 1st and 10 for the Bears. Quick shout out to Hairless Monk for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. As they go back to the run here, left side picks up about 2 yards on the carry. 2nd down. So shout out to you, Nathaniel. Says this might be my favorite new stream. Very interactive with the subs. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Always a good time. Always good vibes. You know, I like talking to my people. You know, that makes it more fun and more interesting. You know, instead of just calling the game and every play, you gotta, you know, it's like one big family in here. Always a good time. So here we go, 2nd and 8. As we have motion, they go back to the run here. Nice cut, still going. Hits that edge strong, and that's going to be a great run. 12 yards on the pickup, still making it happen. Swift on the play. Wow, what a gap. As Swift finds a way to break through, and good blocking. This offensive line has been working magic tonight. And the ever so shifty Swift showing why he is the one in that backfield for the Bears tonight. 1st and 10. Minute 52 on the clock and rolling in this third quarter. And there's going to be a jump here. It looks like maybe a false start. We'll see what the refs call it as they huddle up. No, they're going to call it offsides on the defense now. Hargrave. So now it's 1st and 5 as they push to the Minnesota 29. Minute 49 on the clock and rolling in this third quarter. So now, you know, you get a touchdown here. You put the game out of reach, right? Your defense has been doing their thing. The Bears are looking really strong. As they go back to the run one more time, and Swift taking people with him with authority. Another big pickup as he drags along 2 defenders. 5 yards in the run, another Bears 1st down. It says, I barely hit the bell, but I'm locked in. All I'm missing is a fantasy stream. Listen, there's a lot of fantasy streams. I mean, like I said, I don't really. So most people watch the fantasy streams because they need someone who specializes in fantasy, right? But me, I look at stats so much that I don't have to listen to the so-called professionals or the analysts for the fantasy points because this is what I do. But there's some out there who can definitely help out when it comes to, making the right picks and things like that. But it's all predictions and projections anyways. It's all a guess, you know. They just may have a little bit more insight because, you know, they follow specific teams or players a little bit more or, you know, whatever. But for the most part, if you just study the game, you'll be able to figure whatever you need out on a weekly basis. So, yeah, they be wrong. Nobody's that good at predictions like that. You know, I've had some really good years. I've had some terrible years. That's just the name of the game, right? You'll get some right. You'll get some wrong. You'll get lucky and get almost everything right. But nobody gets everything right. That's how it goes. Here we go. 1st and 20 after the hold. As Williams, quick throw, high throw. This will be incomplete. Too much fire on that pass to Cole Kmet. It's now 2nd and 20 with 15 seconds on the game clock in the third quarter. Yeah, it's all a gamble. Without a doubt. Shout out to you, James. It's all a gamble. Says if y'all got players in this game, good luck. Bears D is ripping. Listen, we had Swift. He did exactly what we needed to do to get that W. But here we go. 2nd and 20. 5 seconds on the play clock as Williams calls for motion, takes a snap. Vikings bring 4. Pressure comes. He gets out of it, steps up on the move. He slips up and throws that away. I don't like this one. I don't know. He got out of the pocket. I'm not sure. Wait a minute. They throw the flag. Yeah, I think Williams is doing too much. Yeah, there was nobody over there, buddy. He's been doing so good. And then he just does too much on this last one. They're gonna end up with that intentional grounding. Um doing everything in his he's doing everything he can to avoid a sack, but that leads to an intentional grounding because nobody was over there. And we're down to 5 seconds here, so that's gonna be a loss of a down, and it's 3rd and 30 as they get backed up to the 44. Hero ball, yep, exactly. Immortal, doing the hero ball thing. So 3rd and 30 as he's backed way up, short throw, and they'll just try to get some yards back to try and get a field goal here as Zacchaeus on the pickup, and that'll lead us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Score is still 17-6, and when we come back, the Bears will most likely try to kick a field goal and try and make it 20-6. Timeout, commercial break. Morris says, I know all too well. Yeah, it's just like, listen, sometimes you gotta take that sack, right? The sack, you probably would have lost, 5 yards. Cool, whatever. You throw that intentional grounding now, loss of a down, and you lose in 10. So, he's still young. He'll become better for it. He'll become better for it. One more sack in the out of range. Says never let go with whom works, aka Donald. Yeah, Darnold. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree here. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with McCarthy. He's just a rookie, right? He needs to develop more. So at the end of the day, right, you take a shot or you take a chance on him. And was it the right decision? Probably not, right? Because he's not ready. So, you put him out to the Wolves, and now you're expecting him to go out and get your team wins, but he's not ready. So the question is, what do they do? Thursday night, without a doubt. The question is, what do they do? Do you bring in another quarterback, get a veteran there in there, at the minimum that maybe can help out? So what up with the JJ to JJ combo tonight? Jetta was pumping up his rook. I mean, there was a couple passes, but other than that, there's nothing to write home about. Albert says should have kept Darnold. The game has slowed down. I agree. It just doesn't make sense, to put all the eggs in the basket for McCarthy, who was unproven, and now you're seeing what you got to deal with for the season tonight. If you stick with him, says the coaches did not throw McCarthy to the Wolves; they threw him to the Bears. You are absolutely right. They threw him to the Bears, as they will try to kick a 50-yard field goal attempt here on this 4th and 18 to start off the 4th quarter. So here we go. Kick is up. Ew, no good. Wide right. So game stays at 17-6. So what do we think we see here, right? Do we see another miracle? We see a miracle Vikings moment here for J.J. McCarthy. Is this what happens? Is this what the football gods are telling us? That McCarthy is just going to start lighting things up in this 4th quarter and then make it a close game and have everybody at the edge of their seat? James is like, not yet. Well, 85 yards of offense for the Vikings, and we're in the fourth quarter. Here we go. As McCarthy under center. 3 seconds on the play clock. They go to the run. Hits that left side and still going. As he'll pick up about 7 on the carry, maybe 6. It's going to be second down. Second down. Michael Tucker says maybe. Mark says or not. Daniel says no. Halloween is soon. Man, yeah, Halloween. Thanks. Well, I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving and Christmas my two favorites. Halloween is they go back to the run here. Breaking tackle still going. Mason on the move. Big pickup. I like it. So maybe you got to get that run going, right? Mason picks up 18 yards. It's now 1st and 10 at Chicago 35. This changes things, right? They missed the field goal. They didn't take that field goal earlier, right? So that's 6 points off the board there. You'd be looking at what? 23 to 6 if you hit those 2 field goals. Now, if they find a way to score, you got yourself an interesting game. As there's motion, play action. McCarthy throws high left side. That's going to be caught. Jefferson. Oh, did I call this one out? Did I call this one? Are we seeing a surge in some offense here from these Vikings out of nowhere? Nice little play action. Justin Jefferson breaks, creates separation. Nice little catch there. 17 yards. 1st and 10 at the Bears 18. Vikings looking to try to do something. Just don't make a mistake. Don't throw another pick. Take your time. You got plenty of time. All you got to do is score. Here we go. 1st and 10. They go back to the run. Left side. Still going. We'll pick up about 6 on the carry. Now down to about the 12 or 13. Second down. Said they're pulling the Cowboys. That's the new slang. I need a field goal from the kicker. We'll see. Need a Hockenson touchdown. Well, they're in the red zone, so anything can happen. 2nd and 5. We're down to 12 minutes and 30 seconds here in this fourth quarter. Vikings threatening, trying to score, make something happen. As they go with a fake left side, McCarthy throw is batted down, incomplete. And see, that's what I'm saying, right? You're trying to throw that ball on Sweat. He just puts his paws up and blocks that there. You got to throw that ball a little bit higher, right? You got to get it over his hands, McCarthy. You know, especially when you're throwing a laser like that. You got to get that ball up and over. And that turns into a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Shout out to Scott Coley sending 50 stars over on Facebook. I appreciate you, Scott. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. As McCarthy looking, throws end zone once again, and this is going to be caught. What a laser to Justin Jefferson, ladies and gentlemen. Things got a little bit interesting. 13-yard laser from McCarthy to Jefferson, his first touchdown pass as a rookie on a Monday night in his first game in the NFL. And what a pass it was. Right down the middle, laser to Jefferson, making it look easy. And they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for 2 with 12 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock in this fourth quarter. 2-point attempt to try and make it a 3-point game. And here we go. Takes a snap. Pressure. Rolls out. In trouble. Flag is dropped. Spins. Throws high. End zone. It gets picked off, but there's a flag down. So we got to see what this is about. As it looks like they are walking off here. So we got to see what's going on. Is it the defense? Is it the offense? They're going to call. Oh. Okay. So this is going to be on the Bears, hands to the face. Oh, they'll get another shot at it, y'all. They will get another shot at it. Like I said, this thing done got a little bit interesting. Little bit interesting. So they're going to try it again. Hawkinson is in now. Jefferson is on the sideline. So they're going to redo it after the flag on the Bears as they're at the 1 here. McCarthy under center. Play action. Has time. Throws. Left side. It's there and short. Can't get it. He needed to wait just a little bit more. Wait till he got into the end zone to throw that ball. I'm not sure why Jefferson was not in for that play either. That's kind of strange to me. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. He goes to Oliver, and there it is. 5-point game. 5-point game. Says they would go for 2. I just need the kicker to do his job. O'Connell, this is bigger than a Minnesota win. he said, listen, O'Connell, these fantasy points is bigger than a win. You need to kick that ball. Kick that ball. Immortal's upset, y'all. Immortal is upset. He is not liking what he sees. It's a 5-point game. It can go any way right now. And McCarthy just scored his first touchdown. So now that's some confidence, right? Yeah, you threw the pick 6 earlier, but now you just made up for it with a touchdown. Can your defense make a play, get the ball back, and get you your first win as a rookie in his debut game on a Monday night? We're talking about making history, y'all. Talking about making history for J.J. McCarthy. Who will want their best receiver in on a 2-point conversion? I mean, someone who's trying to win the game. Like, right? Someone's trying to win the game. I think having your best option out there to, score to score for you would make sense. But, hey. Obviously, O'Connell didn't think it through, but there it is. So quick little timeout, commercial break. We're currently at 268 likes. We're still trying to get to that 300, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up button. I do appreciate the love and support. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell, turn on your notifications, that way you don't miss a stream. We're at 268, so we just need 31 of you to hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support. Shout out to Scott Collet for liking the stream. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Let's go. Something had to keep you awake, right? Something. Y'all know I'm fighting through it right now. Like I said, I was up till 2 from that Bills win. It's 10:44 now. We got 12 minutes to go. I need something to keep me excited. Or else my head going to be on the desk in a minute. We got ourselves a 5-point game. Lots of time left. Anything can happen. So we'll see what the Vikings defense can do. Listen, Jefferson's chain, his diamonds is dancing. The man got like 3 ropes of just diamonds. Straight VVS. Crystal clear clarity. So here we go. As the Bears will get it back and gets ripped down at the 25. And that's where they will start 1st and 10. Wilson on the special teams making the play in this 4th quarter. As Ryan says, I was tired at work today. I was up until 3 a.m. Everybody who watched that game was up late. Nobody went to sleep at 12:30 unless you either left the game early or just didn't know what happened. Without a doubt. Is his chain compensation? I don't know. You know wide receivers love to be flashy. Come on now. First and 10. Here we go. 7 seconds on the play clock as we have motion. Williams takes the snap. Pressure comes and he will get sacked. Oh, no. You talk about someone making a play? Hargrave sacks Williams, loss of 8. Yo, we got to hit the button on that one. We got to hit the button one time.
Emotional damage.
That is an 8-yard loss. Hargrave on the move. And it's now 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18, y'all. Backed up to the 17. We're down to 12 minutes here in this fourth quarter. And they go to the run. And no gain there. A loss of a yard again. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. Ryan says the Minnesota Bills. The tide has turned. Francis says, don't call it a comeback. I mean, we're seeing something right now. Bears fans are quiet. Quiet. 3rd and 19. We're down to 11 minutes now as the Vikings show a blitz. We have motion. Quick throw is batted down. Incomplete. What defense we're seeing right now from these Vikings. 4th and 19. They'll punt it away on a 3 and out. Wow. Quick shout out to George Tucker coming through the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the $2 donation. Let's go. I appreciate you, George. You think Jefferson's chain could pay my bills? I think Jefferson's chain could buy about a couple houses. Like a couple good houses. For sure. So they'll punt it away. This is taken here at the 28. Cuts up the field. Hits that right side to the 40. All the way down to the 49 on the other side. Y'all, when I tell you that something has changed in this game, a momentum swing has happened, it's Monday Night Football, y'all. It is Monday Night Football. Jefferson's chain could change someone's life. For sure, without a doubt. Yeah, those chains at least 300. At least 300. There's 3 of them. Them diamonds is like this big, each one. And it's like the whole chain. It's like the diamonds is this big. Yeah, let me see if I can search it up real quick. Just so we can see. Let's see if we get accurate information. So I remember he had the grill too. Justin Jefferson's main diamond chain cost $1 million and was custom made by celebrity jeweler Leo Frost. The piece is crafted from 14 karat gold and features 37 VVS diamonds. Yo. 37 VVS diamonds. Chain is worth $1 million. Crazy. Y'all, I see a name in the chat that I haven't seen for like 3 years. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm talking OG Wrench Gang. I haven't seen this name in 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Thailand in the building. Let's go. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Let's go. Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. 37 VVS diamonds. The chain cost $1 million. Imagine going to the jeweler and say, you know, I want that one. And then put VVS's all around it. The best ones. He's like, all right, it's going to cost you $1 million. All right, cool. Put it on the AMX. So here we go. 1st and 10. Frosty links, right? But hey, I mean, listen, when you the best wide receiver in the game, you could do those kind of things. First and 10 for these Vikings. Now, can they prove it on the field? As they go with the handoff here, right side, fighting for every yard, picks up about 8 on the carry. Jones on the move, 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Just Jefferson has more investments in his mouth than I do assets, and I'd like to think I have a fair amount. Yo. 2nd and 1 as the Vikings are here at the 41. McCarthy under center. Jones in the backfield. Play action. McCarthy steps up, has time, throws high. That's going to be incomplete. Try to get it to Jefferson. It was too much. Just a little too much. You put that in his chest, McCarthy. Put that ball in his chest. Let him make a play, and there is a downed Bears defender on the field. Wright was injured on the play. That's not good. That is not a name you want to see on the injured list. Oh no, Jefferson, you got to catch that ball. My fault, McCarthy. McCarthy threw a good ball. Jefferson, you got to catch that. That ball went straight through his hands. You got to catch that, Jefferson. You can't be wearing $1 million chains and not catch that ball. That was a good ball. That was a good ball. So he'll be broke in 10 years. Maybe he can pawn those. Yo, why is it that people always say this? Why? How many superstar wide receivers you know ended up broke after making hundreds of millions? Drop them in the chat. Quick shout out to Joe Oswald for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. As far as the likes go, we're at 290. We need 10 more. 10 more likes, 10 more thumbs up. So if you have not, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up button. We need 10 more to get to 300. I appreciate the love and support. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications, that way you don't miss a stream. Andre Rison had over 100 million. Come on now. Nah, I got to go back and check. I know it's been a while, but it ain't been that long. Hold on. He said Andre Rison had 100 million. Hold on. Scotty C's like, nah, yo. That's what I'm saying. There's no way. His most notable contract was a 5-year, $17 million deal. That's what I'm saying. He ain't make no 100 million. We're talking the 90s. Yeah, he went to Kansas City on a 4-year, $3 million. Before that, he had a $5 million. Yeah, he made $17 million. $17 million. Quick shout out to Charles Clark as well as Brittany Owens for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. So here we go. 3rd and 1 as Jefferson motions. Play action. In trouble. McCarthy throws high, end zone, as he just tried to get rid of it to avoid the sack. There is a flag. Oh, this is crazy. Who's this on now? There is a flag out on the field, and this may be on the Bears. This is looking interesting. So wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's a hold? Pass interference. Ooh, that's not good. I think they're going to call pass interference here. And they do. That's going to push the Vikings all the way to the 27, 1st and 10. This is 11 penalties for 122 yards. We will be talking about that for sure if the Bears lose this game. McCarthy looking, throws high, going for the end zone, and that is going to be caught for another touchdown by Jones. McCarthy's second touchdown throw of the game, a 27-yard throw to Aaron Jones. It's looking real different, y'all. It's looking real different now. Vikings are about to take the lead by 2 with the extra point. And now you're asking yourself as a Bears fan, what is going on? What is going on? When you talk about someone having issues in the beginning of the game and then finding a way to find their footing, adjust to the speed, you're looking at J.J. McCarthy as they go for 2. Quick throw, right side. That's going to be caught, and they convert. Score is now 20-17. It's a 3-point game. The Bears haven't scored since what? The beginning of the second quarter or beginning of the third? Wow. Should have kicked the ball. We said that field goal would come back. We said it would come back. Shout out to Ben. You can't play you can't go somewhere and treat it like it's the Lions. It's not the Lions. But because you chose to go for it and not get that field goal, and I said it earlier, kick the ball. And now they're down 3. My goodness. Shout out to Thailand coming through with the $20 super chat. Let's go. Shout out to you, Thailand. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $20 donation. Let's go. History. We talking OG, y'all. Thailand was with me from the very beginning. We're talking 5 years ago. I'll never forget these days because it keeps me humble. 5 years ago, when there was no more than 10, 15 people in the chat, it was Jonas, Shaw Money, Thailand, from the very beginning. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Matthew says, are the Chicago Bears losing this game week 1? This going to be embarrassing to the Minnesota Vikings. Lisa says, is J.J. McCarthy that good, Jay? He's finding himself in this game. He had to adjust to a very strong defense. He had to adjust to being the blitz. He's finally linked up with his receivers and worked on the connection with Justin Jefferson. And now, like I said earlier, I've seen glimpses of what they see in him, but now it's truly coming into fruition as the Bears go at the run here, and Swift just gets slammed down for no gain. This Vikings defense means business right now. Means business. Wow. Just tossing the Bears around. Help the bear. What Mystical say? Help the bear. 10 seconds on the play clock. We're down to 9 minutes here in this fourth quarter. This is getting scary. Williams takes a snap. Pressure. Steps up. Quick throw. This will be caught. Nice throw by Williams to move that ball right down the middle as he zips it in. That'll be caught for 12 yards as Odunze gets involved. And that's a name we really haven't heard too much of. I think that's going to be what? His maybe third or fourth catch of the game. So he finally gets involved. That's 12 yards. It's now 1st and 10 at the Bears 47. 47. Says my favorite player all time was Patterson and Hunter. Good year. Let's go. As we're now down to 8 minutes. Play action for Williams. Looking in trouble. Gets out of it. Hits that right side on the move. Still in trouble. Throws. I think he stepped out of bounds before he threw the ball. Maybe he jumped. All right. That was really close. Him trying to play hero ball cost him an intentional grounding earlier. And now at this point, it's 2nd and 14. So, no, he did. He did. He stepped out of bounds. That's a loss of 4 yards. Oh, my goodness. He stepped out of bounds and threw the ball, loss of 4 yards. 2nd and 14. Caleb Williams is completely unraveling at this point in the game. Once again, takes a snap, pressure, throws high, right side, broken up, incomplete. 3rd and long. Good defense from these Vikings as we're down to 7 minutes and 42 seconds. Says I grew up by Schiller Park, Villa Maria College near Genesee Street. I'm east of you in Batavia now. Let's go. All right. All right. Says Bears started with a great passing game, then they just stopped. Whatever adjustments they made after the half, they need to revert back to what they were doing in the first half because this is not working. But 3rd and 14, quick throw, high throw, nobody's over there as Williams takes a shot. And they will have to punt it away on a 4th and 14 back to the Vikings with 7 minutes left on the clock. Shout out to Gregory. Says, are the Bills making a box for you in the new stadium? One day. We're gonna make that happen. That'd be real nice though, right? If I had like nice little setup to go on there, stream the game with you guys while watching it, that'll be amazing. That's the dream for one day. Punt is off. It was almost blocked as this rolls all the way back to the 33. And that's where the Vikings will start. 1st and 10. Special teams going off right now. Loving it. Shout out to you, Scotty. Says this is all bad for Chicago. All bad. Odds makers are millionaires. They know exactly what's going to happen. Wish I knew somebody who to work with set lines for games. I'd be rich. I mean, without a doubt. Oh, that kick was almost blocked too. Good hands. But it did still move. As they'll have it at the 32, 1st and 10. Shout out to Rev. Says he's trying to make a statement, play a Monday night season opener, come from behind 4th quarter, win, maybe. Hey, we seen last night. We're seeing it now. And as they go back to the run here, still going, big gains as Mason, 20 yards on the ground. This defense has no answers now. When you talk about a momentum swing and an energy spike, this is what you got out of this Vikings, right? Now McCarthy's moving the ball. They're running the ball on the ground. This offensive line, good blocking. What we're seeing right now is very, very strong as far as the comeback goes for these Vikings. I didn't think we could we could have anything happen like last night, but this is different. So once again, they go back to the run, no gain that time, as the Bears do make a stand. 2nd and 10. Vegas predicted 1.5. That was the spread. It was 1.5. Over under was 41.5. Funny how that works. It was 1.5 and over under was 41.5. As we're now down to 6 minutes in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 10. As we have motion, McCarthy takes a snap. Pressure. Quick throw. That's going to be caught and just short of the 1st down, but they will pick up about 7. It's going to be 3rd and 1 with 5 minutes and 52 seconds and rolling on the clock. So obviously you're going to hand this off here, right? Pick up the 1st down, keep it on the ground, keep that clock rolling. The Bears have 2 timeouts and obviously the 2-minute warning. So you got to make a stop, right? If you're going to have a chance to win this game, you got to make a stop now and, force them into a situation. It says went from the 85 Bears to the 25 Bears. Cinderella story. Crazy. So here we go. 3rd and 1. They go back to the run, full steam ahead. And that's going to be Jones picking up the first down. So there it is. So now, right, you need about, I would say you need to go ahead and just score again. But also, you're going to need 3 first downs, as it would seem. But at this point, 126 yards in the fourth quarter. 126 yards in the fourth quarter. So here we go. McCarthy back under center. They go to the run again and cuts to that middle. Picks up about 5 on the carry. Clock rolling past the 4-minute mark now. Quick shout out to you guys. We're at 308 likes. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Our next goal is going to be 350. So we just need 42 of you to hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turning your notifications that way you don't miss a stream. Make sure you guys lock it in. Here we go. 2nd and 7. 8 seconds on the play clock. Play action. Rolls out. Quick throw. That's going to be caught. He gets out of bounds, which you don't want to do that. You want to keep that clock rolling, but Jones did catch it, get the first down with 3:52 left. 3:50. Yeah, he's in it now. He's in it now, for sure. Derrick Henry shouldn't have fumbled the ball last night, and boy, was I ticked off. Well, at least he owned up to it. So here we go. 1st and 10, 3:52 on the clock. Obviously, then we go back to the run here. Handoff and gets stopped. Loss of 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 12. So like I said, once again, you need 2 more first downs or a score. You don't want to play it safe. So, I do think you need to go and get that touchdown to just put this out of reach because it's still anybody's game. So you don't want to play too conservative as well because they do have 2 timeouts. They got the 2-minute warning, a lot of time on the clock. Here we go. 2nd and 11, 8 seconds on the play clock. We're now down to 3 minutes on the game clock as McCarthy takes a snap. Quick throw. That's going to be caught on the right side. Jefferson on the move and squeezes through for about 8 yards. Maybe 9. They're going to say it's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Clock stops at 2:59. Bears call timeout. Bears call timeout. Quick shout out to Brandon as well as Ashley Martin for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Brittany Owens says, no. Come on, Bears. Push him back. They got to do something, right? Try to hold him into maybe a field goal, right? Bend but don't break defense. Just don't let them get a touchdown because if they do, that's going to be ball game. So maybe you hold them to a field goal here and you keep it a 6-point game. So here we go. 3rd and 1. 8 seconds on the play clock. The Bears showing a blitz. And they're going to fake it. McCarthy running, heading to the end zone. He gets in, and that is a touchdown for the Vikings. McCarthy has a total of 2 passing touchdowns and now 1 rushing touchdown, a total of 3 on the night for the rookie, coming in and making a statement With 2:53 on the clock left in this fourth quarter, the score pinning the extra point is 27-17. Wow. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm seeing heart. I'm seeing focus. I'm seeing poise. I'm seeing a team that's rallying behind him now. I'm seeing a defense that's playing strong. I don't know what kind of conversation we having here now. This changes things because the first half, we didn't know what to expect. But here we go. 10-point game, 2:53 on the clock. Says, oh, yeah, he's feeling himself now. Yeah, he's feeling himself now. He's feeling himself. Says after that one mistake, he's been lights out. And listen, sometimes that's all it takes, right? I do like the fact that O'Connell didn't say, you know what, we're going to keep it conservative. All right, you threw a pick six, fine. Get out there, keep throwing. You'll figure it out. And that's what he was able to do. I like it. 2:53 on the clock. 10-point game. Bears have one timeout and 2-minute warning. 164 yards of offense in this fourth quarter. For the Vikings, -1 for the Bears. No offense in this fourth quarter for the Bears because of this Vikings defense. Agvi, what up? What's going on with you, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you. It says Bears wants to run on 2nd and 18. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Got rid of Fields for this? Right. I mean, this is crazy. Says, I can't believe how the game turned around. I'm in disbelief too. But here we go. Bears do have the ball. They got a little bit of time left, but they got to make something happen and fast. As Williams throws high right side. What a catch. One-handed Cole Kmet. Big gain. Wow. Oh, I don't know. Did it hit the ground? I don't know. They're hurry up, and they went to the hurry up, though, so it don't matter. Once again, going left side, this will be overthrown to Moore. That was an interesting catch by Kmet, though. I do think that it may hit the ground, but he did have control, as that's going to be an incomplete throw to Moore. Williams trying to get it done in one shot. 2nd and 10. Says Bears cheated themselves out of the field goal in the first half. I agree. Mark 420 says, with you for another season, my man. Yeah, man. Good to see you, Mark. Shout out to you. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 10. 4 seconds on the play clock as Williams takes a snap. Pressure, looking, goes right. High throw, incomplete. 3rd and 10. 2:21 left on the clock. Says must have hit the honey hole early. I mean, listen, he threw the pick six, and then it was right after that. Laser focus, clean things up, right? And started linking up with Jefferson. And I think that was the confidence that he needed to really get things moving. As we're 3rd and 10, Vikings bring the pressure. Quick throw, high throw, incomplete, almost picked off. It's now 4th and 10, but a flag was thrown, and I think this is going to be roughing the passer. I think this is going to be roughing the passer on the Vikings. This may be the break that the Bears needed. And they're going to call it hands to the face. Well, hands to the face. I mean, it was 5 yards, 1st and 10. I don't know about this one. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that. Too much, and too far down the field. So it's 1st and 10 now at the 32:16 on the clock. 3 seconds on the play clock as Williams takes a snap. They bring everybody. He takes a shot. That ball was caught and smacked out, and there is going to be a problem with this. Wow, what a shot. And unfortunately, that's going to lead to an unnecessary roughness call. That's just a bad play at defense. Bad play. I get what you're trying to do, but man, he got laid out. I don't think he knew where he was for a good 5 seconds. So you had the helmet to helmet against Williams in the backfield, and then coming across that middle. Wow. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Moore gets smacked. All chest though. It's pretty clean. I don't know why they threw a flag, but Moore is hurting. He was hurting on that one. So they'll call the rough and the passer, 15 yards. It's now 1st and 10 at the Vikings 14. There's a lot going on here. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 10-point game. Quick timeout. As far as the likes, we're at 334. Y'all was still trying to get to that 350. So make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 16 more likes, 16 more thumbs up, and we'll hit that 350 mark. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications, that way you don't miss a stream. Monday night, Thursday night, and of course, Sunday, football all day. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us. Yeah. It says, remember when the Bears had Walter Payton? Sweetness. Philip says, soft. Like I said, it was a good play. Definitely a good play, but unfortunately, I don't know why they threw that flag, because it was a clean hit. And they caught him on the roughing anyway, so. But DJ Moore is walking off the field on his own. That's a good sign. Like I said, I think he just had the wind knocked out of him. Tough hit. Obviously, they'll probably check him out. But for a couple of seconds, you can tell he was definitely in some pain. 3 catches, 57 yards for the night as he walks off. So 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in the fourth. Bears have a timeout and the 2-minute warning. What do you think about these players spitting on other players? I mean, I think it shouldn't happen, right? It's kind of crazy. There's no reason for it. But things have been very testy in a week 1, for sure. Williams back in the shotgun. 5 seconds on the play clock, takes a snap, pressure, steps up on the run, keeps it himself, hits that right side, and going to be just short. And there's also a flag down. There's a flag down, and I'm assuming this is going to be a hold. On the offense. Since Bears announced they're moving out of Chicago for a new stadium. That's funny. So he stepped out of bounds before getting to the end zone, so he would be short regardless. But also, there's a flag down, so we got to see what this flag is about. No, nothing? Anything? So they're going to review the touchdown, but why was the flag down? They left that crucial detail out. He's obviously short. His foot touched out of bounds, and he's short. But why was the flag down? So they're going to say the flag was on Minnesota for illegal contact. It's declined. First and goal. Yeah. Period. Shout out to you, Reverend. Without a doubt. It's just bad. Bad. And people know that, but there's some disrespectful people out here. So, but here we go. First and goal. First and goal for these Bears. It's coming down to the wire. Los Angeles says the Bears are trash. Well, here we go. We'll see. First and goal at the 1. As we have motion. Quick toss, quick throw, and that's going to be caught by Odunze. And that's a Bears touchdown. So here we go. Right? Hit the extra point. It'll be 27-24. 3-point game. 2 minutes left. Obviously, you got the 2-minute warning and you have 1 timeout. So the Vikings are still going to need to get 2 first downs to end this game. They're going to need 2 first downs to end this game. Shout out to you, Sassy. So some were saying that about the Bills last night, and see what happened. I mean, this turned out to be a very interesting game for sure, with McCarthy, playing the way that he did in the second half. Had his struggles in the first half, obviously a rookie. But to show up and then have his team rally behind him, I think if they can keep this going, they may have a good thing on their hands. But I will say this, the Bears definitely kicked themselves in their own butt because there's so many flags and literally over 120 yards and penalties that has just, hurt them so much. And then defense started to have their own issues with Jefferson and not being able to stop the run. The second half was truly, truly bad for this Bears defense. And now at this point, the team's down by 3. 2 minutes left. Can your defense make a play? That's what you're looking at. Can your defense make a play and try to get the ball back in Williams' hands? So they'll kick it back after the touchdown. 27-24. This is where it gets interesting, y'all. It's the Bears football. Shout out to you, Charlie. Undisciplined, yeah. I agree with that. Without a doubt. So we're at that 350 likes. The next goal will be 400. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you click that bell, turn on your notifications as these Vikings send it back to the Bears, and it'll be taken out of the end zone as they will keep going all the way up to about the 27. Clock down to 155. We'll take the 2-minute warning and a timeout commercial break. Says Willie said it's looked like they're just having fun out there. I said it. Jay Thomas says y'all put the hammer on my dog Lamar yesterday. Congratulations. Shout out to you, Jay Thomas. Yeah, man. It was a crazy one. And like I said, I was up till like 2. I'm exhausted. I've been trying to stay focused and locked in, but I'm exhausted. I ain't even going front. I think I was up to like 2:30. People was calling and, he was going back and forth on social media. It was just wild. And then to get into this one, it's been a little crazy, a little good little game on a Monday night for the rookie and Caleb Williams. So without a doubt, shout out to Los Angeles and shout out to you, Jay. You're my favorite NFL stream. Let's go. I appreciate you, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being one of the best games of the year. Yeah, I mean, we got 18 weeks to go. It was definitely one that goes in the record books for sure. But we got a long season. And a lot more work to do. What up, Charlie? Shout out to you, man. I'm doing good. How you doing? Looking at the votes, though. 623 votes. Vikings holding it down 54% as we get to this commercial break. So quick little timeout. Quick commercial break. Close that. There we go. All right, so the score is 27-24, 3-point game. 1:55 left on the clock. Bears have one timeout. Vikings have the ball. And we are down to the wire. McCarthy under center. Jones in the backfield. They go to the handoff. Cuts right, still going. Tries to break through that first level. Picks up about 4 yards. That's Mason. I apologize. And this will lead to 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. Says, let's get some fun and awesome slurs going on here. What? Hey, I just subbed. Who are you guys going for? Bennett Davis, shout out to you, man. My prediction was Bears by 3. But it's flipped. Now it's Vikings by 3. So there you go. Says we need different elevator music. All right. We'll have some new music for next week. Here we go. 2nd and 7. Down to 1:47 as the Bears have taken their last timeout to stop the clock. And here we go. McCarthy under center. 10 seconds on the play clock. They go back to the run. Cuts to the right side. No gain. And it's now 3rd and 7. So clock runs. They're going to try to take this probably all the way down to a minute. And regardless, you need a first down. You don't want to give them the ball back. You just don't want to do it. Says, could have been tied if they kicked the field goal. I said it. It always comes back to bite them. No matter what. When a team decides to go for it on a 4th and 2, 4th and 3, instead of kicking the field goal, when the analytics say kick the field goal, it always comes back to bite them. As the Vikings are going to call a timeout with 1:02 on the clock, 3rd and 7. So yeah, it's just the reality of it. It says, really need Naylor to get 8 more yards. Come on. Yeah, I don't know about that, Trent. I mean, maybe you do a play action now, but I mean, you don't want to do that because you got to keep that ball on the ground and keep the time rolling, regardless if you get the first down or not. So I don't see them throwing the ball here, unless maybe it's a screen or out to the flat. You're just not going to throw this ball. I could be wrong. They've been doing wild stuff all day, but I just don't see it happening. They need 1 first down here. as they go to the handoff, straight up the middle. 4th down and about 5, and they're going to run this all the way down to about 28 seconds, 27 seconds. No timeouts for the Bears. No timeouts. Going for 2 works in Madden, right? Yeah, they're going to have 15 seconds. 15 seconds left before the Vikings, I think, punt it away here. And they'll run it down to 16, call a timeout, and draw it up. Is DJ Moore okay? I have not got an update yet about him. Says, Jay, you know this ain't over. Tell him, Jay. It ain't over till the clock strikes zeros. That's when it's over. It ain't over till the clock shows zeros. So, there it is. Swing pass to Jones in the game. It's 4th and 5 now. So, they're going to punt it away. 16 seconds. And here we go. Kick is off. And this is going to be a fair catch with 9 seconds on the clock. So, you got 1, maybe 2. 1, maybe 2 from Williams. If he can get that ball maybe 10, 15 yards and then out of bounds, and then go for a Hail Mary. McCarthy tonight, 13 of 20, 143 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown. And here we go. 9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. You might be able to get 2 plays. And here we go. Williams in the shotgun. 4 wideouts. Little toss left side. There's a flag thrown here. We're down to 5 seconds. I don't get that play call, but all right. It's already a flag thrown. And I'm not sure this is a false start. I think it was thrown. No, it's a legal shift by the Bears. A legal shift by the Bears, so they're going to get backed up to the 15, and it's now 1st and 15 with 5 seconds. Penalties for the night. Bears had 12 for 127 yards, and that's what's going to be talked about tomorrow for sure. Can Williams throw the ball 80 yards? Is that possible? Here we go. In the shotgun, 5 seconds. And just a quick toss as that ball comes out. Looks like it was fumbled and recovered by the Vikings, and that is ball game. Wow. So where do we start with this one? Because this is crazy. Where do we start? Caleb Williams. Shout out to you, Nathaniel. See you Thursday. Where do we start? Because this one was wild, right? Let me see if I got my screen together. Is my screen together? Yeah, we good. All right, so where do I start? We got to put the score in there. Come on, Jay, get the score in there. Y'all know I got OCD. Let me get my score right. Let me get my score right. All right. That should be good. All right, we good. Okay, so yeah. Caleb Williams. This was a very interesting game for a couple reasons, right? You have the situation of the expectations of JJ McCarthy and whether or not he was going to be game ready, whether or not he was going to have that connection with Justin Jefferson. And so we didn't really see it. We didn't really see it in the beginning of the game. First quarter, try to link up, it wasn't there. Second quarter, it wasn't there. But while that was happening on the flip side, Caleb Williams was having himself a game. He was having fun out there. He was dancing around the field. He was making plays involving Odunze, DJ Moore. It was looking really good. And the flow of the game was definitely in the Bears' favor. The defense was stepping up, but then there was a shift. The Vikings on defense started making plays. And right around the time that happened is when we started to notice that, yeah, okay, Bears were heavy on defense. McCarthy threw a pick six, but then he shook it off. They started getting the run going then. They went to the ground game. They softened up that defense to allow the connection with Justin Jefferson and J.J. McCarthy. And right around the time this happened is when the Vikings defense shifted and started creating major problems for Caleb Williams. And so then he became stressed. He became worried. He started doing too much, which led to him getting an intentional grounding, not sticking to that same game plan that they had in the first half. Fast forward to the second half, J.J. McCarthy now starts to turn up. He starts building on his confidence. He starts getting everybody involved. The run game helped them move down the field and get them in position for J.J. McCarthy to feel comfortable throwing that ball on the other side of the field. And this is where the momentum swing happened. And this is what I was glad to see, because we didn't have faith in the beginning of the game. And I'm sure no one can tell me they have faith that J.J. McCarthy was going to win this game in the first half. You'd be lying if you said that you did. But it wasn't until the second half where we started to see the glimpses of what he can do that was taken from the first half that he was not able to execute. So for the most part, I like what I've seen. I'll be looking forward to seeing J.J. McCarthy play. Maybe, he was the diamond in the rough that the Vikings needed to lead this team and take this team as a rookie in this season. So, they take it 27-24. Vikings win in a crazy fashion. Like I said, they didn't have that same kind of aspect that we had last night with the Bills and the Ravens, but it had its own little special sparkle to it, right? It was like that nice little jewel that you got to get cleaned up in the end. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, this was real nice. I forgot how nice this could be, or nice how this was. And we got ourselves a little treat here, because McCarthy coming out, putting up 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had 1 rushing touchdown, 143 yards. He was 13-20. This was a good first game for the rookie, a good win under his belt to get things started, to start the season for the Vikings. Also, shout out to that defense. We're talking sacks. We're talking pressure. That's what you want to see, a team that is in unison, a team working together. Flip side to the Bears, right? Caleb Williams, like I said, he came out strong. Ended up 21-35, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But unfortunately, he did just a little too much. They didn't stay grounded. And you could tell, I think he got a little full of himself towards the end of that first half. And when things started to shift, he wasn't able to get back on track. And unfortunately, the defense had snuffed out whatever momentum they had. So yeah, on the flip side, I like what I seen out of the Vikings. The Bears had their moments, but obviously was not able to keep things going. And you get a Vikings win 27-24. So there it is. There it is. Shout out to you, Raven. Much appreciated. Caleb Williams looked too tired towards the end. Towards the end, he started doing too much. Much love to the Wrench Gang. Much love to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thursday night, obviously, we'll be here Thursday Night Football. Look out for the power rankings tomorrow for week 2. Predictions will be week 3 for week 2. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. Also, make sure you do subscribe. That way you don't miss out. I do appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Always a good time, always good vibes. Much love to the family. Much love to the Wrench Gang. I got to get some sleep, y'all. I was up till like 3 o'clock this morning for the Bills and the Ravens. We was going crazy. I will see y'all. I will see y'all on the next one. I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a good night. Have a good night.